So I said, Ted, look, you don't want to go on a tour of a gin factory on a Monday afternoon. It's the worst idea you could do. Because
gone time, he's not here. Yes.
Yeah, so he'll be along at some point. Oh, we're on. Hey, everyone.
Evening.
Hey, everyone. It's Fox from eModels.co.uk here, or as Ted would say, Fox. Fox from eModels.co.uk. Hello. You might notice we're missing someone. We're missing Ted. He's just running a little bit late. He'll be with us hopefully very shortly, so don't panic too much. But it does mean I have control of all the buttons.
Just panic a little bit.
Yeah, so there might be some button pressing later on that I might regret further down the line. Never mind. Hello and welcome. It's Monday night, and that can mean only one thing. It is the eModels program TV program that I can't present anywhere half as well as Ted can.
But no, I think you can do it about half as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Mum. With me as always, I'm Fox. You know that. With me as always is not Ted, because he's not here yet, but with me as always is my very good friend Chris from Gross Models. Chris, how are you doing, sir? How the devil are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm doing very well.
Brilliant. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.
We can't go yet. We've got to go just when Ted arrives. That's what we said.
Ted turns up, we're like, right, we're going now. Right, well, we'll have a little chat about what we've been doing, but first, let's go and have a look at the chat. I'm a bit wooden. I'm not as good as Ted. Ted does this without thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not as good at this. So, Damn Ducks Bobbington is in. He's been in since about 6:30 this afternoon. Hey, Mr. Bobbington. Sergeant Bones is in. He says, "Arrgh."
I think you fell off something. You're the expert at falling off things, so I'll shoot sound effect just right. I think that's the noise you make when you fall off things, isn't it?
I think it's a Wilhelm scream.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Well, you've got to have it everywhere, haven't you?
Yep, everywhere.
Who else we got? Sergeant Bones and Damn Ducks Bobbington have been talking for a little while. Lord Barclay III Toomey is in. Evening, Lord Barclay III Toomey. See, I remember the surname, even if you don't put it in. Dave Weiser Rumgun Barker is in. Apparently he can't be with us long because he's got to get up at 5:30. Good God, in the morning to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, can't be doing early mornings.
He's got an early morning shift with his boning tool.
We've also got Zadster in and Ken Sturrock.
Cool. Welcome, gentlemen. Phil Kett is in. Hey, Phil. And Spiddy Crate is in.
Red Len 08.
Red Len 08. He was last week's prize winner, I think, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah. Spid is in. I wonder if Spid's got an enormous cup of delicious coffee.
Yes. We've got Matty's Metal Detecting South Wales. Yep. We know exactly what he does and where he does it.
He clearly is a plumber.
Yep.
He says, "Hi guys, I finally made it for a live stream." Woo! But he's been in other live streams. You've been in other live streams.
Yeah.
We see you quite regularly. You can't hide.
We also have David Adrian, or Adrian David. Or...
Okay, David Adrian. Craig David.
Yeah.
Welcome, Adrian. Tony Blackwell's in. Zats is in. We've got a new name I've not seen before. Matthew Steinbush, welcome. Welcome to the eModels nonsense. Who else we got? Chris Henderson. We've got Red Len. We've said that. Adam Clark. Evening all. Evening, Adam. It's moved. It's moved.
Keeps moving. Mike Hornsey. Joanna Hammond. James Chapman. I'm sure other people that we're going to have missed and not said hello to. But hello, everybody.
Well, Joanna's in. So any chemistry questions, obviously send them Joanna's way. Scaly Models is in. Mayfield 0001. Smashing 001.
Joanna's already asked me a question, actually. She's just found out I'm an archer. She's asking if I do target or field archery, recurve, compound, longbow, or barebow.
Just put yes. Just say yes.
I do target archery, mainly outdoors. Don't like the indoors very much. Recurve and occasionally barebow.
What's recurve?
Sorted. Recurve. That's the proper archery, not any of this compound cheating stuff with stuff.
Is that the kind of bow? Because I only know from playing like Far Cry 3 where you got a recurve bow and it got people from like 10 trillion meters.
Yeah, that sort of doesn't really. Recurve bows are the ones that have got an extra curve to them. Instead of a normal longbow, it's just got curvy like that with a string.
Yeah.
Recurve has got an extra curve to it that goes.
Oh, they're kind of like an elven bow.
Yeah.
That's 238 damage plus.
Yeah, and
fire damage or ice damage or frost damage, whatever.
Yeah.
Are you elven or dwarven? Let's just narrow it down.
Mainly dwarven, actually, but
more dwarven. Yeah. Never mind. Paul from Team
John
Net
says
says, I can
stop it,
confirm Chris tries target, but mostly floor near the target. Well, he's only little.
Yeah.
They have to put the targets lower down for you.
But I do put the target a long way away.
Relatively. Yeah, Joanna follows up and says she was a recurve archer for a bit and that moved to compound. Again, all target archer, never enjoyed field. Adrian Davis says, has Ted moved yet as I missed some blogs? No, when is he moving now?
Early next month, I think. I think we got him for, well, this week, apparently.
I think it might be.
I understand he's here next week, but he might not be here the week after.
Yeah, I think it's like the very end of this month. We think it's a Friday. We don't know yet. We're not 100% sure, but we think we might just scrape by.
Unless he's not here now because he is moving and he hadn't told us the wrong date.
Oh.
Might have got home from work and they said, what are you doing here? We moved.
Maybe. Dad's in. Hi, Mike. Mike Mountain. Everybody calls Mike Mountain Dad because he's everybody's dad.
Yep.
Oh, Skipper Ted, I'm home. There's a comment from Skipper Ted. Ted is in the building.
He's in the chat. Don't be in the chat. Get in the. Oh.
You're in the wrong place, Ted.
He's probably having his. He's having dinner before he comes and gets here and sit in the corner and eat quietly.
Yeah, he's just firing up the PC. Well, he should be with us shortly. Then the link is where you're expected to be on Facebook, Ted. I've put the link for you. So we've got quite a lot of people in. Apologies if we missed your name out. We try and get as many as we can. Now, if you've not watched one of these before, as always, Chris will be your chat dolly for the evening. So Chris will, for the most part, he'll keep an eye on the chat for us, but we'll pick up on stuff as well. As always, if you want to ask us a question, and please, for the love of dog, do, because you give us our material. This is your show. This is just for you guys to hang around and chat, and we'll just be in the background waffling on about like 1980s crisps or something. If you want to ask a question, you can either stick it in big fat capital letters so we can see it, so Chris can spot it. If you want to, you can, if you've not got access to the chat, you can send Ted an email, because he's here now. You can send Ted an email to ted@emodels.co.uk, and he'll pick that up throughout the show. Or if you want to, there is a little sort of $sign on the bottom of the chat. You can click on the super chat. That just means that your little question will go in a big coloured box and we can see it a mile away. So just make sure to do it in capitals or hit the super chat. Now, if you're watching somewhere that you can't see the chat, so if you're watching on the eModels page on the website, emodels.co.uk/live, you won't be able to see the chat. And we do sticker giveaways and we do mug giveaways. So if you want to join in and have a chance, do come and join on the chat. Hit the little YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know if my screen's the other way around, so it's one of these corners. There's a little...
It's going to be on your left, isn't it? So
that
it's
one. Way. Or that one.
Yeah, one of them.
I'll just sit here like this now. Yes, do hit the little YouTube icon. That'll take you to the YouTube page where you'll be on the YouTube channel for eModels and you can see the live chat. So come and join in. We have a good laugh. It's all a bunch of nutters. We're all a bunch of nutters. We just have crazy times. It's like lots of people sat in the pub, not spending any money on beer, but just having a good laugh.
Joanna's still talking about archery. She says at 100 yards, you're mainly fighting against atmospherics, primarily wind. It's not me that has the wind problem tonight.
I'm actually fighting a wind problem tonight, but we'll move on from that one. I'll try and
if you want to send a picture of your bow to wherever you normally chat to me on, and I'll have a look. Yeah, it's not really nice to see stuff. So yeah.
Have you not been tempted, Chris, to get your bow and actually get it made up to look like something out of Skyrim?
No.
Really? Have you not to have like some like the big grip in the middle with the the
trouble is the more stuff you add to it, the heavier it gets, and it's heavy enough when you're trying to pull it back and shoot stuff with it.
Why don't you just get like a custom made one that works perfectly but looks like something out of Skyrim?
Nah, Paul might do that.
You could make it look like an axe. That'd be great.
Probably would get banned from competition though.
Yeah. It's not an axe, it's my special bow. It's time to split. Yeah, terrible. So anyway, what have you been up to, Chris? We'll get to that bit now. I don't do very good segues, do I? I'm just like, right, next bit.
Now we're doing something else. This week I've been back on my building of the tugs that I've been doing.
I knocked it on you, sorry. I apologise. Ooh.
For tugs that I'm building two of. I've been starting to do the top tower bit, which mainly involves, I'm not going to bother focusing on doing all that, masking all of the windows in the world on both sides because it's a transparent part and you've got spray inside and the outside. So I've been doing all of that for hundreds of bits of these and windows and doors and things that I've been trying to mask up.
Now,
and then I've got to do it all over again for doing the other one.
Well, I did ask you about why don't you just paint the interior colour on the outside first and then the outside colour, but you said it wouldn't. Well, the way the windows work.
Let me grab the bit that I haven't done yet.
Have you not done that bit yet, Chris?
About 2/3 of that is window. So it's all going to be very visible through it. So I did consider just doing the outside and, as you say, doing the inside first, like you would on a canopy. But a lot of it's going to be very visible. So I think it's quite a thick plastic. I think it's going to look a bit strange if I do that. So
Would
I
it
think
just look like shiny clear plastic on the inside? So
yeah. So it won't really follow through quite well. So I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and mask it all. And because I'm doing 2 at once, technically I've got to mask all of the windows twice. But I'm going to see if I can get away with painting it, priming it, painting it, and then peeling off the masking and using the same masking again on the other one.
I mean, you could do that. There's always the option of just brush painting it and then getting a cocktail stick to get all the wibbly wobbly bits off, but it's not quite as nice.
I might do that on the second one, depending on how the first one goes. But
yeah, if it takes you a month through the first one, the second one, but like, yeah, this one's going to be burnt out and destroyed.
Well, the one of them is going to be the wrecked one, so I might figure out a couple of cracked windows and things on it, and the edges of it are not quite so important because I can dirty them up. I'm going to put in, muck and stuff in the windows.
I reckon there should be somewhere you can conveniently make the diorama so that all the windows are covered up by like trees or a big piece of burlap over the top, perhaps, so you don't have to mask off any windows.
Or if I break all of the windows out so they're all broken and gone.
That's true.
Yeah, that might work.
It's creative slackery. There's always a way around having to do the bit.
Someone's nicked the entire top of the boat.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why this is covered in a 3-square piece of burlap, because of the reasons.
Cool. So what have you been doing this week, Fox?
I have been doing mostly the diorama for the Imperial Skitter build, and as you can see, it is coming on quite nicely. I'm quite pleased with that. It's not finished yet, but I'm quite pleased with how it came out, because I've only done a handful of dioramas in my entire life, apart from when I was a small lad and it was basically a piece of polystyrene, PVA glue, and some sprinkly grass texture. I didn't know what I was doing. Don't cut polystyrene blocks with a hot knife. It stinks. So I was having a play with this. The episode with the first half up to this is actually up now on eModels channel, so go and check it out. I show how I made this. I tried to keep it as simple as cheap as possible, so it's literally a load of PVA glue, some Oasis foam, like your garden supply, stick your flowers in it, Oasis foam that costs like 30p, and some soil from the garden, some stones from the garden, and a twig from the garden. And a little bit of spraying. There's literally 3 colours on there, airbrushed. It took me about 5 minutes.
I did think you were going to leave it earth coloured because it looked quite good when it was just mud.
Well, I kind of explained that in the video, because I kind of explained it when you get it all on, and it seems really weird to have to paint soil to look like soil. And you're thinking, well, it's already soil, so why would I paint it? But the thing is that when you actually get it all on there, you realize it's just basically brown. There's no real depth to it. No, if you go and look at like a building site where there's lots of bare earth, it's all different colors. There's the stuff that's going to be dark and muddy. There's the stuff that's dried out and is all light colored. So I thought I'll just give it a quick blast of airbrush. So it's just 3 different brown colors, really carelessly sprayed on, and the entire painting process took about 5 minutes. I didn't even bother. I'm not even going to paint the rocks separately, because just working around them, all the rocks were different colors anyway. They're just bits of gravel from the garden. They're all different colors, but because I'm misting the paint over lightly, they kind of pick up the soil color without losing their base color, like the different grays and light grays underneath. So you get this kind of effect that they've come out of this embankment and they're covered in earth and soil. So I was quite pleased with that, and it was dead simple. It's not finished yet. I've got other bits to do on that. So that's what I've been doing.
Dux Bobbington says he can see a worm. I don't think it's I think it's a tree.
It's twig. It's twig. There probably is a worm. I wouldn't be surprised.
They are asking if you sterilise the soil, and it's already been answered saying you cooked it in the oven. And
yes, go and watch the video. It's on eModels YouTube channel right now. Yes, I did. I baked it in the oven, and we have. Oh, hello. Surprise. No, Tedward.
Hello. Hi.
Ted's here. Right. And that's it for me and Fox. So
yeah, so we'll see you all next week. Thanks for coming, guys.
Oh.
Stay tuned for Ted. And
oh, all right. Bye. Yeah. Bye.
How you doing, Tedward?
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. A little bit of an issue here at home, but well, it's not all sorted. But that's all we can do for today.
Have you got a note from your mum?
Yeah, I've got a note from my mum. It's in the post. I'll be sending it via email to everybody that's in the stream. Yeah,
Unfortunately, we're still going to make you do the podcast in your underwear. So,
right.
You're at school and you forgot your gym. I forgot my gym kit in your underwear.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Things to be. Yeah, I'll have to do it in my mankini. So
that's all gone wrong now. Let's just move away from that real quick.
The email's mankini. The email's jockey shorts. There's lots of merchandise that they can fetch out. Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, at least you don't have the pressure of any button pressing tonight, Ted.
Good. Yes. Yeah.
Let me do all the work.
I have no responsibilities this evening. I can just sit back and do nothing.
Yes.
While I get everything set on the chat, you carry on, Fox. You chat away in the background while I get everything set up.
Don't get too familiar with this sitting back doing nothing thing, Lark.
There's an announcement to come. I'll let you finish off what you were doing, and there's an announcement to come. I can tell you everything.
Well, I was actually about to say that's what I've been up to.
Oh.
In Diorama. Episode's up now. Go and check it out. So, Ted, what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to? Well, I've been at work. Yeah, been cruising up and down the lake in this glorious sunshine, getting a suntan. I even was on a bit of a busman's holiday on my day off. I went back to work and sat on as a passenger.
Wow. Looks like I've picked up a bit of sun there, I have to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I sat as a passenger, just became obnoxious to the crew.
Did you get special treatment?
Yeah, I always get special treatment when I go to work. Yeah. And the great news today, folks, is that this morning, well, actually about 4 o'clock this afternoon, contracts were exchanged on the house, and it's now online, binding and legal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move house.
Hey.
The moving date is the 1st of June, so you have tonight and next week, and then it's down to these guys. Yeah. It's all theirs.
Yeah, because if you're getting broadband from BT, it'll be about 8 weeks before you're back with
it. Well, they said it will be a smooth, seamless transition.
So it'll be Christmas then.
Seamless transition. Smooth. Yeah, for the phone line, maybe not.
Smooth, seamless. Yeah, smooth, seamless. Doesn't go quite together with BT, does it?
Yeah. They might be able to switch your phone line over and they'll be like, oh, yeah, but now we have to wait 6 weeks to press a button.
Yeah. So all the boxes are going to get packed this week, and we'll find out at the end, if anybody knows about the little competition I'm running, we'll find out by the end of probably Tuesday, something like that.
Oh, dear, it's gone already.
Yeah.
So when you actually physically, when's the actual physical moving day? Is that this Friday?
1st of June, week on Friday.
Ooh. So between podcasts, we like that.
Yeah. So
I say podcast, it's not really a podcast.
Yeah. So there we go. So if I can't get online live, I'll certainly find a way to get online and in the chat. Maybe sat on a packing box somewhere in a living room, or maybe in the car outside.
Well, people have already noticed that your boxes behind you have changed.
Yes, they are.
We don't have farm supplies anymore. We've got a vacuum cleaner and a toilet.
Yeah, we've got a vacuum cleaner here. We've got some system toilet tissues. We've got this guy here.
Yay!
Yeah. And heaven alone knows what's in the rest of them.
Yeah, we don't want to know. You don't want to even.
I did start off with a system where it would be contents of box, 1 plate, 2 cups, 4 glasses, kitchen. Then it became crockery, kitchen. Then it just became kitchen. Yeah,
and then it became box.
Yeah. The thing about moving house is that everybody starts off with a system. After the first 6 hours, you think, right, forget the system.
Yeah,
just put it in boxes.
I was really OCD when we moved house. I think it was into this one about 20 years ago, before the age of spreadsheets and internets and things like that. I actually had a folder that had a list of every box, and I listed in the folder that was really OCD. What was in every box, item by item. Telling the wife, you can't put that in there. Have put it on the list. So
wow, you sound like you would have been great fun at the station party.
Yeah.
Adrian David has a good question for you. Ted says, which box has the gin in it?
Which box has the gin in it?
All of them, I think, is the answer to that.
The gin goes in an essential items box. Hints and tips picked from the internet. Hints and tips on moving house. Hint 1, prepare a box with the kettle, cups, sugar, and gin. So that's what I've done.
Yes.
The gin's in its carry-on bag.
It'd be quicker for Ted to list the boxes that the gin isn't in.
Yeah,
I think.
all the boxes.
Not in that one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lord Barkley said there's one in every box. So every box is a surprise.
Yeah.
And already we're at the case where we're at the stage where did such and such go? It's in that box over there. We need it out. So,
Ted, where's the cat? Oh,
where's the cat? Has anybody seen the chicken lately?
You have to pick up boxes and shake them and see if they shake back.
Yeah, that's the cat. Just poke a hole in, he'll be fine.
So that's what I've been doing this week. Not a lot else, not a lot on the modelling front, unfortunately.
Have you decided what you're doing with the U-boat yet? Are you going to take it in pieces? Is it actually already boxed?
Yeah, it's going to go in pieces. I just don't really have the time to put it together yet, so it will be all packed in individual small boxes, which I seem to be acquiring quite easily from work.
Where do you get all your boxes from?
Well, it's surprising when you go out looking for boxes. It's surprising where you find them.
Because when I used to be able to having to ship stuff off all the time, it was like I could never find. I had to go like to Home Base because they have a thing saying, "Please take all these cardboard boxes, take whatever you need because we can't be bothered binning them."
Yeah, well unfortunately, most supermarkets these days they crush the boxes now, so they've got to be pretty smart to get in there. I'm even on the internet. A friend of mine owns a garage, and he was, look what's arrived in the garage, and he featured a lot of packing boxes with stuff inside them. And he emails a message straight to him: "Keep the boxes, I'll have them." So yeah, it comes in handy. Surprising where you find boxes.
Yeah.
Joanna Hammond is asking, have all the mugs gone out because she hasn't had hers yet?
I probably with the backlog of mugs. I haven't heard anything else from James other than they have arrived. Probably with the backlog of mugs, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran out again.
Yes, there is that possibility.
Yeah, we aren't actually employed for this by eModels. We don't know what they have in stock and what they're doing with the mugs and stuff, so we can only pass on the messages for you.
Yeah, I would say probably just to be safe, just in case names dropped off a list or something, because I'm sure James was keeping a list. Just pop Ted a quick email to remind him that you're owed a mug.
Yeah.
Pass it on to.
Yeah, I'll pass it on. I'm just thinking if you probably haven't got one. I know that the mug list was sort of seen to as soon as the mugs came in. It might be quite, as I say, it might be quite possible that they've run out again before they got to everybody. But don't worry, the guys don't seem to be forgetting.
Yeah, Pete Mel will be there going, "Oh, do you have to order them again?" I don't know.
Type 3.
Frankie Goes to Hobbywood asks me when I show him a diorama, he says, "What did I use for the base of the diorama?" It is picture frame, cheap picture frame from the art store, like £4. That's the base of the picture frame. I just took the swingy arm off. Onto that, I glued a piece of foam core, which is the kind of, you've seen it before. It's 2 pieces of plasticky like paper with some foam in the middle. You can get it from the art store. Again, just foam core. And then on top of the foam core, I glued a piece of plastic card to stop any water seeping through into the foam core and the wood, the whatever the picture frame thing's made of. So it's just a picture frame. That's the actual frame. So picture frames are great little displays. They're diorama bases. You don't have to use bits of wood. Just a cheap picture frame is fine.
James Chapman asked a couple of times, has anyone got any instructions for the AMT 124th Tokyo Drift Evo? I've not had occasion to find any instructions for anything. They always come in the kits and I haven't lost any yet. So I don't know where to go for aftermarket instruction manuals.
Yeah, other than sort of going onto the internet forums and things like that and asking on there, if you are a member of the IPMS, International Plastic Model Society, they do have a very large library. Yeah, they do have a very large library of kit instructions, and you only need to ask them to see if they've got it in stock. And if not, I think they can help probably find it. Yeah. Joanna, I've got your email. Thank you. I'll send that off to the guys at eModels. So yeah, just really you need to ask around, unless anybody on here, unless you're fortunate, anybody on here has a a set of instructions for it.
Mike Mountain says, Sally James, get the evening off to a good start. Never start with the happy ending.
Yeah. Jamie Bone has a question for the chat and also for us. Where is the best place to get aftermarket resin accessories for a Tamiya 135th M4A3E8 Sherman? Again, something I've not had occasion to do.
Yeah, it's the M4A3 Easy 8. I think there are some aftermarket resin things and photo etch for it.
I can't remember the name of the company. There's lots of sort of crates and tarpaulins and things like that.
Yeah, there's a few companies that do bits and bobs. I don't know if there's one that does anything specifically for that particular Easy 8 kit. I'd say first and foremost, drop the guys at eModels a quick email, because they might know. They're the UK's biggest Tamiya stockist, so I'm sure they'll potentially have contacts that may be able to get that for you. It won't be a Tamiya thing. It'll be a third-party aftermarket. But it's always worth giving them a shout, because they can get stuff that they don't normally stock. We've seen it before. Me and Ted went. James walked, or I think it was James, or I mean Gav walked past with this enormous vintage car kit. Do you remember, Ted, that big Citroen?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, it was a
Citroen 5.
Yeah, they'd actually gone out purposely and found that one, hadn't they?
Yeah.
It was a specific order, yeah.
Yeah, somebody had asked them, can you get this kit for me? And they're like, well, we don't sell it, but we can get it for you. So it'd be worth giving the guys eModels an email. You can send it via Ted, or you can send it to sales@emodels.co.uk, or just use the contact form.
Yeah, sales@emodels, sales@emodels.co.uk. We'll usually go straight to the source.
Yeah, just say.
Or if you go on the website, there's a contact us form, and you just fill in your details on that, and they get back to you usually within a day.
Yeah, they are very good actually at trying to source things for people if it's not something they carry. Because more often than not, if you're looking for a specific thing and it's not on the website, it's like I say in our videos, it's either out of stock temporarily and they'll let you know when it's back in stock, or it's something they don't normally carry, but they can probably get it. Most things they can probably get. For third-party aftermarket bits, might be more difficult because it might be made by some little guy in his garage. You never know. But
yeah,
drop them an email. If they can get it for you, if they can find one, they should be able to get it. If not, you might just have to bit of a hunt on the internets. But give the guys at eModels a shout first, because you never know what they might be able to pick up through their distributors.
Yeah, I did see from Gerwin Mills there that sandbags are popular and they're quite easy to make, which they are, yeah. And some of the things, if you're thinking of just making accessories such as stowage, your crates, bags, buckets, things like that, why not have a go at trying to make them yourself? Bit of fun. If it doesn't work,
plastic card. If it's 135th though, Tamiya do a lot of sort of jerry cans and sandbags and crates and things like that. So do have a look through the store as well, because often they'll do like sets of figures with lots of sort of accessories and things. I had one that had like a street lamp and a bit of fence and some crates and things. So they do lots of stuff like that. So it's worth checking that out first as well. But I think the resin stuff is more like bits to go on the body and other things as well. Maybe slight variations. Yeah. I'm quite impressed that I knew it was the Easy 8 by that code number, because I don't do tanks.
I think you've been Googling in the background.
That's not on a weekday, dear. That's private time, that is. Gundam fan in chat, and there's nobody wins the sweepstake because I didn't say this. He says, news just in, a new Gundam anime is due out in September to include the Sinanju Stein called Gundam NT, so new kits to follow. Well, there is already a Sinanju Stein kit. There's one there in the cabinet. You can't see it because the light's not on it. And it is an awesome kit. It's a great master grade, but I'm sure they'll do some HGs and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Whatever that is.
It's one of them that you can't see because the light doesn't shine.
Yeah, it's like an Action Man type thing.
Yeah, it's like a Barbie.
Yeah. And apparently Mike Mountain has a cunning plan, but I don't think he's told us what it is yet.
He has a what?
Cunning plan.
I have a cunning plan, my lord.
I'm sure he'll fill us in with what the plan is at a later date. Alan Northwest Modeler says, Mike, you always have a cunning plan. It's about...
I have a cunning plan, my lord. Backstep says, epic fox beard. Epic fox beard that you kind of regret in this kind of temperature. It's really warm in here tonight. I don't know about you guys, but we had a bit of a rain earlier on, so it broke the heat a little bit. But I'm in a room where there's 2 monitors, a PC going full whack with the fan blaring. There's an Xbox, a telly, all these lights. It's not
We were meant to have some rain earlier, but it didn't happen. So it's still just been a bit stuffy around here. But
it's not even it's not even the end of the month and time for a shower, is it? So
no, it's not even like, you know, bath night Sunday.
Got another week to go.
It's not that time of the quarter yet. But yeah, it's been nice. Actually, before I went on air, after having my tea, I went outside just to stand outside and cool off for a minute because it's quite cool outside now. And the floor was a little bit damp from the rain, so it was like bare feet. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's a little bit cool. My feet are cooling down.
But then the neighbours started pointing, so you had to come back
so I had to go back in and put some shorts on and stuff. So, hey.
I bet some of these guys in the chat though, I bet they're going to tell us now about, it's only 142 where I live. Or it's -5 and I'm sat in an igloo.
Yeah, cold. You don't know cold. Yeah.
Gundam Fan says this new anime series is to follow the Unicorn series a year later. I like Gundam Unicorn. It's a very good series. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's a very good. I'm not that keen on the Unicorn, but the Sinanju Stein. Yeah, I like the Sinanju Stein. It's just there. I get it out, but it all kind of flop around, and I just.
Luke Lawsey come up with the name of that company. Was trying to think of do the accessories for tanks and things. Value Gear. That's that.
Value Gear.
Yeah. You have a look for them, Jamie, and probably find all you want there.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for actual running gear and things like that, if you're looking for like idler wheels and things like that, you're going to be starting to pay sort of silly money for that sort of stuff. But if it's the Sherman's Easy 8. I would just stick with what you got and just go with some accessories because it's a pretty good kit anyway.
Gundam Fan says cunning plans should include, but not limited to, world domination, not burning toast, and painting gloss white with no runs. Now, 2 of those are actually possible.
Well, Phil East says for gloss white with no runs, try the Vallejo Mecha colour stuff.
Yes, unless you mean painting your house gloss white with no runs, which is impossible.
Well, you could use the Vallejo Mecha colour stuff. It'd be very expensive.
Hello, eModels. Yes, I need 3,500 bottles of Vallejo gloss white, please.
And I need a longer hose for my airbrush, please.
By airbrush, I mean, can I just have a hose?
With airbrush.
Alan Northwest Modeler says Preston's been 21 degrees C. Been lovely. Yeah, I think that's what it was in London. 21.
I think we were about 20. I think it was about 24, 25 here earlier on today, and then it cooled off. And then it rained, and it was like, yes. Praise the Lord.
In those famous words, it's hotter than a snake's belly in a whale rock.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Not that famous. I've never heard them before, in fact.
I'm not sure what the conversation in chat was, but John Bennett says, that's what we're here for. If you need any tips and advice, just ask. We don't bite years of experience amongst us lot. That's everybody in chat will agree with that, and that's what we're here for as well.
Yep. So
don't be afraid to ask questions. I don't know what the conversation was, but if anybody's saying sorry for asking all these questions, don't apologize for asking questions. That's what we're here for.
Questions is good.
That's what we're here for. And it
ask more questions.
And it doesn't have to be model relating questions either.
Yeah, we'll answer any questions. It could be anything.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, this show is pretty much.
On that note, Joanna Hammond, can you recommend a good T8TU 1989 fit tank kit? No, I can't.
Yes, I'd go for a T8TU 1989 fit kit.
Yeah,
one made by a model manufacturer. Yeah,
by that manufacturer. Yeah. So sorry, Joanna. Somebody in the chat might know of a good one, but I can't think of one.
Yes.
So if you've got the silly questions, we haven't had any silly questions for ages, have we?
No, we get all serious questions, and they're fine. Serious questions are fine, but sometimes you have to ask them about nonsense.
But usually it's a distraction technique, isn't it? You start asking questions about 80s and TV and sweets, and
because the thing is, if we just talked about model making, this show would be like 25 minutes long.
Yeah,
but, we don't. Yeah, but if we do count on you guys, the viewers, you lot out there doing the viewing.
You're pointing at me for a minute, then I got a little bit worried.
No, not you.
We
count on you guys to give us stuff to talk about. So, like I said before, for the love of dog, ask us questions in the chat. Ask them in big capitals or hit the super chat button.
If you've done it now. You can't see the chat, says, okay, silly question.
Yay!
Haven't got the question yet, but I'm obviously preparing one.
Yes. If you can't see the chat, if you're on the eModels website somewhere else, just click the little YouTube icon at the bottom of the screen. It'll take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. And do join in because we've got shiz to give away.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a point. I've got stickers. All the stickers went out last week, and I'm up to date with the stickers, and I've got one left.
Yay!
Yeah, so I've got one left. So you could win this.
Ted's going to sign the last sticker he's going to send out from this house.
Yeah, I'll send the back of it. Sign the
Are
back.
you doing all the 3D stuff there, Ted? Alan at Northwest Modeler says he's watching us in monovision. I think he's still got a poorly eye. Has it not got better yet, Alan? Have you put like a nice steak on
one side? If we all sit to one side, is that better or worse? Which side should we?
Are you looking from the good side or the bad side?
Yeah.
I tried putting a steak on my eye once, but it's rubbish because I just ate the steak. So.
Damn Ducks Bobbington says, what was that sweet that looked like dark brown tobacco in a packet that looked like tobacco?
Was it tobacco?
I remember
I
that.
think they were imps.
It was what?
Do you remember imps? You get a little tin.
Oh, the tiny.
A little tiny thing about this big, like a little
was...
pillow, and it was black or brown, and they were kind of very licorice and.
Oh, couldn't
done
them. Yeah.
Gundam fans getting a little bit worried. He says free stuff with only 11% battery left.
Plug it in. Plug it in, you fool. Never watch things on the internet without being plugged into your charger.
Well, my Gundam just fell off the shelf. Look, it's gone.
Oh, Exy's died.
Flew away.
Alan says he's having surgery on Friday, so good luck on Friday.
Yeah, good luck, Alan. Yes, if your battery does run out while you're watching this, you might miss the stickers and the mug giveaway, but we do a giveaway that runs all week until next Monday. So even if you drop out of the show, come back and watch it later because you'll still be able to enter the actual giveaway.
Yeah.
People are saying Spanish gold. I think that might be the sweet you're talking about.
Spanish gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was called, Spanish gold. I don't know what it was made out of. Obviously sugar, but yeah, it was like tobacco, and you could squash it.
I have no memory of such things.
Graham Presswood says, anyone else seen the special buys at Aldi next week? All hobby stuff. So if anyone's got an Aldi, might be some stuff to pick up cheap.
I do know that Aldi were doing cutting mats a few weeks ago. You could get these for about £2, or you could get them in pink. Pink was quite a nice colour.
Chandra's got pink cutting mats. I've got our friend of the channel, Chandra Stewart, has pink. Not seen Chandra for a while actually on here.
No.
Well, it's middle of the night, wherever, isn't it?
No, that's true.
Joanna said you asked for a silly question and you missed the silly question. I didn't miss it. I saw it.
Wait, did I miss it?
Do any tanks come in 148th?
Yeah, 148 tanks do.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Tony Blackwell says they can actually get them. He thinks Tamiya do them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Shadbeam. Don't know if that's which is his first name, which is his last name. Shadbeam says there is a Gulumic Military Models T80U SMT 1989 at 135th from Dragon.
There you go. See, you only need to ask the question.
Now, anyone that do stock Dragon, so if you drop them an email, they can probably get one for you.
Yeah.
There you go. See, there's always an answer, and it's always drop them an email.
Damn Ducks Boddington says, eat so much of that stuff, my mum thought I'd started smoking.
Yeah, I remember that. It was quite, it's coconut. That was it. It was made out of coconut.
No, apparently Joanna says it wasn't that. It was further up.
Okay.
So yes, you're right. I did miss it.
Let's see if I can find it. She says, okay, silly question. And then she says, thank you, Tony.
Yeah,
it probably wasn't that either.
Oh, yeah, shout out to our Tony as well today for him completing his marathon.
Yes.
Yeah, on a very, very hot day.
And it's his birthday next week.
Next Monday or next week sometime?
Yeah, I remember his birthday.
You don't know when it is, do you?
I do know what it is. It's on a date. I know which date. I just don't know if he wants me to broadcast it. I actually met up with Tony last week.
Oh,
so people know Tony's alive and well. Brought me a load of, I've put them away now, a load of little Warhammer figures that he was gifting me. But he's alive and well. He's just, as always, he's just tied up with work and family and stuff as well. So he's not had a lot of free time. He is putting the finishing touches to his latest eModels build series, which I won't tell you what it is because I can't remember. I know what it is, just not what it is. If that makes sense. I know what kind of thing it is. It's a
thing, a model.
Yes, it's a device with the parts and the things. So he has got a little bit of work to do on that, but he has been working on that over the last few months. But he's doing fine. He's just been really, really busy at work. He works for the NHS, and his schedules are all over the place. So he is adamant to try and join us on the live stream at some point. Just finding the time.
Adrian David says, did you guys stop the model building to watch the wedding or the football? No, I was doing my day job, so I was working. So it was on in the background, the wedding, but I didn't really watch it.
I don't care about sport, and I don't care about the royal family, so no.
No, I was actually out, actually. That was the day I had my busman's holiday, and I went up the lakes to sail on the boat as a passenger. It was quite good. So, gorgeous day. Got a bit of a suntan.
Yes. Two things that I'm not going to watch: sport and anything to do with the royal family. Don't care. It's no interest in me at all.
Yeah, lots of people
watched
saying they didn't watch it.
I was like, yeah, I'm not.
Shadowbeam said he was working while the wedding was on, cooking curry while the football. So I was quite lucky. So a curry on a hot day like that.
I've still not found Joanna's question.
She said she was going to type it again, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, it says, okay, silly question, then thank you, Tony, and then do any tax come in 148? We've not found this question yet.
Maybe that was for it was a good question because she didn't ask it.
Yeah. In the meantime, Alex's question that came through in the eModels mailbag, eModels mailbag.
Yes.
It's from Sean Johnson. He says, "What hobby?"
Sean Johnson. Sorry, I had to do that. I don't know why. I think everybody should get a little sort of fanfare like that when we read them questions out.
Yeah, we should find a way of doing intros and things like they do on QVC when they change over.
Well, I've got a bit of intro music, but it's for later on.
Yeah. Joanna said, "Oh my God, it keeps vanishing. Did you get it there?" No, we haven't seen it. Are you
putting rude words in that maybe the comment section?
If it's a link you try to post, Joanna, you can't post.
Yeah, we'll do links.
If you're having trouble, just email it to Ted.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sean Johnson
asks, word. One of the two is filtering it out.
Sean Johnson asks, "What hobby would we be doing if we weren't model building?" Probably just testing gin. I think I'd be a gin tester.
Would that be a gin tester or a gin taster? Because I think tester might be more your quality control. Yeah, that one needs some work. I'll just double check it for you for a bit. Hang on, let me just try again. Hang on.
Needs a bit more gin in that one. I'll try. Yeah.
It's a bit less gin, a bit more gin.
Yeah. I did try to go once trying to tell me I want an update now. No, I don't want an update.
No, don't do that, Ted. Last time I did, it broke things.
Well, if Ted does disappear, it's not the end of the world at the moment because you've got the buttons.
Yeah. I did try to play the guitar once. I was teaching myself off YouTube. I never got any further than making my fingers sore, so I give it up.
But you have to get past that point of sore.
Yeah, then once they start hurting, that's when you got to try harder.
That's it.
If I wasn't doing models, I've had two other hobbies that I don't really do anymore. One was drawing. I did an online webcomic for a few years. I'd probably be doing that. I'd probably still be doing that webcomic, but I ran out of ideas. And the other one is I used to compose music. I had where this model bench is now, there used to be a load of synthesizers and recording equipment. I used to record music. All the music used in my videos is mostly my own stuff. So I'd be doing one of those two things, but both of those hobbies kind of dried up. Cartoon strip ran out of ideas and the music ran out of ideas.
I'd probably
model making as part of my midlife crisis.
I'd probably be doing more archery and probably more Xbox as well. So does that count as a hobby? Yeah,
can we count Xbox as a hobby?
Why not?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that as well. If I won the lottery, I'd spend every day just playing on the Xbox. Let's just be honest about it.
I would. I'd play on the Xbox if I could, if the son would get off it sometime. Because he's not a teenager anymore. He's grown out of that, but he still sits in the bedroom day in, day out playing the Xbox.
This is normal.
Yeah, I would say you say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm 46 and I quite happily sit in my bedroom all day playing on the Xbox. Chris and Paul and I are actually trying to convince Ted to get Elite Dangerous and start playing that.
Yeah, I apparently do have access to it. It just needs loading onto the Xbox and being allowed to play it. So,
which one of the boxes behind you is the Xbox box?
That's upstairs. Yeah, it's not in this one. But that is Gundam. That is Gundam fan. That is a Gundam X here. He's behind me. This is This is the one Foxx talked me into getting and building. So Skylar and I built it in an afternoon. Brilliant, great fun.
Yeah,
George Taylor says, Fox, you've had exactly the same hobbies. I work in animation and I build models. I stopped the synth music. I never got as far as animation. I kind of fancied it. I do have somewhere an old 35mm Bell and Howell manual camera that I was going to do stop motion with, drawing, but I could never get a parallax viewfinder, so I never kind of did that.
Yeah, I've got Joanna Hammond's question, by the way. Do you want it?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, it's a bit of a conundrum, really.
No, we have to wonder if we have to try and figure out what in this question meant that the comment filter didn't allow it.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple, particularly for those guys that work in an office and things like that. She wants to know: can you tell me why pens?
Oh,
What happened?
just gave up. He's like, oh, I can't.
He's just committed suicide.
He's trying to get to your gin.
I think it's some rocket packs. It just keeps firing them up and sending them off. Right, yeah. Joanna Hammond says, can you tell me why pens always vanish when you need them, but are always there when you don't need them?
I think maybe she mistyped the word pens, perhaps. That's maybe what the problem was.
Yeah, she wanted. Well, I think I get what she means. When somebody phones you up, or you phone an insurance company to take out some insurance, and can you give me some insurance, please? Yes, and your policy number is. Have you got a pen?
Whenever you need one, you can't find one.
No. Hang on a minute. I'll just find a pen. Why? Have you seen any pens? Where's a pen? You give me the number anyway. You just pretend you'd write it down.
You're never going to need it again anyway. So
the follow-on from that, though, is what's worse than not being able to find a pen right when you need one is what always happens to me in this house is that I have in my drawer a pen from my last job that works. There are hundreds of other pens in the house, and guaranteed only one of them works. And when I'm on the phone downstairs, there's a little sort of glass with about 200 pens in it, and it guarantees whenever I go to grab a pen, it's always one of the ones that doesn't work. It's never the one that works. I'm like, no. Call me back.
And when you find these pens that don't work, what do you do with them?
I put back in the drawer.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
This is why you have the problem.
I don't actually. I throw them out. They just seem to appear.
Or the form comes. The form comes through the door. Please fill in this form in black ink. Oh yeah, I've got a pen. Oh, it's blue. Here's one here. It's red.
Green.
Yeah, green. Have anyone seen a black pen? No. So yeah.
You need one of these. One of these pens with multiple colour things in it.
Ooh, get you.
And most of them work as well.
That says if you want to give hospital nurses a thank you present, give them a big box of pens. Northwest Modeler says, try working in the NHS. Pens are like gold dust and protected. When I was a kid at primary school, I don't know if anybody remembers this. This is go back to the 70s. I always wanted one of the pens that the teachers had, because we had like normal biro pens or whatever, crappy little pens. The teachers had these pens that were like that shape. So they were like very thin, but they were kind of quill shaped, like very long teardrop, and they were grey at the bottom and blue at the top. And they were like, it was almost like a kind of quill shape, but it was just a ballpoint pen. I always wanted one of those. I never got one. Ooh. I was a strange child.
Yeah. But do you remember the Parker pen? I think we still get them now. The Parker pen, there was like a steel machined pen. It just felt right in your hand.
Yeah, Parker pens was for well swish.
Yes.
As a kid, I always used to love writing with fountain pens.
Yeah.
Or cartridge pens, cartridge fountain pens, not actual, the mechanical ones.
Yeah, when you must have dabbled in calligraphy and things like that. And...
No, but I tell you what, when I was used to do my drawing and stuff, fountain pens are fantastic to draw with. My handwriting, right? My handwriting is terrible. My handwriting would make doctors look like calligraphers. My handwriting is the worst in the world, because when I try and write something down, the one thing I realized, the day you leave school, you don't have to write things down, and you instantly forget how to actually write. So my handwriting now is I start writing a word and my hand just gets bored and goes and just wanders off.
Yeah,
a fountain pen. I write really neatly. I don't know what it is, but a fountain pen makes me write.
They tried to teach me to write in italic at school, and it basically killed off my handwriting, so I can't write anything at all anymore. It's a combination of scrawl, and even I can't read it, so I tend to write everything in block capitals now. It takes ages and really hurts. But
there was the two types of cartridge pen, wasn't there? The fountain pen. There was the ones that came with the little sort of files full of ink that used to pop in the back, and there was the other ones. Remember them? You used to dip them in a bottle of ink, and
a little lever on the side.
Yeah, that's a proper fountain pen. Whereas a cartridge pen is the one I did the cartridges. But I did actually have a fountain pen once, but I didn't have a thing of ink to. So there you go. I used to love fountain pens and cartridges. They were great. I was draw with them. They were brilliant.
So retro pens. People don't use pens anymore. It's all emails and tablets and.
But it is. I mean, it must have been a good 6 or 7 years since I left school that I actually had to write anything down. Because I went into a job straight away, and I didn't have to fill out any forms for that job, so I got that job, and it was all on computer in the early days of computers, and there was nothing. So I didn't have to write anything for like 7 or 8 years. So, but then finally had to write something down. I'm like, I just can't do it. I don't. Hand can't remember.
There were days you had to write, and you had what was it, copy paper, that blue copy paper that you put between two things. So
you could do your lettering practice.
Yeah.
A, B, B, B.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know, I was so dumb at school as a kid. 4th year primary school. We used to have, once a week, we'd have a maths test. And it was just a piece of paper with like 20 questions on. And they were like, all, just simple questions like this times this and this divided by that. And I was terrible at it. I never finished it. The reason I was so dumb as a kid was it was the same dumb questions every week. And I still was rubbish at it. For a year, I did the same test every week, and I never twigged it was the same thing every week because I used to see maths and go, oh. So I'm an idiot. What can I say?
Yeah, people say that handwriting is a dying art. Yeah, it is, because if you didn't write anything else, you probably used to write a postcard on the way home when you were on your holidays. But you don't even do that now. It's a selfie in it and an Instagram to everybody.
Yeah, Paul at eModels says he has pretty neat handwriting, actually.
Yeah.
That's a sign of some kind of psychological disorder.
There's something not right there.
Yeah, there's something not working there. Gundam fan says I'll say that again with words. Gundam fan, and I can't not say Gundam, so there's no sweepstake on me saying that. Hang on, let me take a swig.
Don't get so excited. Keep saying Gundam.
I know, just got carried away. He says he has video game hands. 40 years of gaming conditioning handwriting is illegible.
Yeah,
you're too much doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that.
I suspect there are people that have never heard of carbon paper, says Tony Black.
You're probably right there.
Yeah, carbon paper. Yeah,
I'm getting
that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it before.
Osric 9000 says, even I can't read my handwriting. At school, they made me use a typewriter at all the classes.
Yeah. I've got that kind of handwriting where I'm one of the few people that can actually read my handwriting, but it's time sensitive, because if I come back the next day, I haven't got a clue what I wrote. I'm like, I can't read that now.
Well, maybe you're not reading it then. You're just remembering it.
I don't know, maybe. But it really is that my hand just gets bored halfway through a word.
Yeah.
Like I'll start writing a word and it'll just go... I'll be like, I don't know what that word was. What has 4 L's and an F? I don't know. Mostly L's.
Maybe you're writing in, Welsh.
Yeah, Ostrich. Yeah, using a typewriter at school. I didn't get the opportunity to use a typewriter at school because it was still boys and girls stuff. Girls did typewriting, guys did woodwork,
rugby.
Yeah. I never used to do rugby. I used to avoid that. Sir, can I clean the changing rooms while you're out playing rugby? Yeah, get on with it.
See, that's more evidence that I was a strange child, because between about 12 and 16, I had a typewriter, and I was never happier than sitting at my typewriter writing stories. I just sit there typing away stories. I've probably got some lying around. That would be terrible. I spent months just writing these stories on typewriter, doing
like one of those journalists where you have your hat on and a little ticket stuck in the top,
and they're going
run around the neighbourhood with his notebook,
or like the girls in World of Sport, the roundup in where they do the scores. There were always somebody typing in the background.
I think for me, I was basically trying to be Douglas Adams. I think was what I was trying to do. I was trying to write the funniest books ever, and they probably weren't. In my mind, a 12-year-old, they probably were hilarious. But...
Did any of them survive? Have you got any of them now?
No, I think they're all long gone now.
So you were just having your mother on when she was down. What are you doing, Fox? I'm typing.
Yeah, I still make the same amount of noise now with my lumpy keyboard. So with my IBM M, I won't show you because it needs a good clean. Ooh, all right.
Graham Presswood has a question. He says, is it true that Americans spent millions on making a biro work in space? The Russians just used the pencil. Apparently, no, it wasn't true.
No.
They can't use a pencil in space because all the pencil filings get into everything and cause problems.
So they do need to use a pen in space.
Pins and, yeah.
They did develop a pen that works in space, but it wasn't like the Russians just use a pencil. Although the Russians probably did use a pencil because they didn't care about bits coming off the pencil. I don't care. I'm just going to write with pencil because... Yeah.
What do they need to write anyway? They don't need to write stuff down, do they? Well, they're sending notes to each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the soil's only that big, so... I cannot hear you from 3 feet away. I will write you a note. Here. Thank you. I will read note. Reading note now. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'll just stop.
Yeah, I think you should probably stop there.
Yeah, stop now.
Sergeant Bone says, oh yeah, Battlezone, Asteroids, Pong and Co. I don't know what that's in relation to.
Somebody said to Gundam fan, if he's only been playing games for 40 years, he's not been playing games for that long.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, my first ever video game was a Pong machine back in the early 70s.
Oh, yeah, I had the Pong. Yeah. Bing.
Binatone Pong.
Grandstand had 4 games on it. You could slide the thing across and it went to different games.
Yeah, we had
we're all the same game, just on slightly different angles.
That's right, I remember that.
Like, it's Pong. No, it's soccer because we put an extra thing in. We just
he had 2 paddles rather than... Yeah, we had a Binatone one, which had the orange and black unit with the toggle switches. God, they were great. And the 2 little paddles with the turny thing. And about... I don't know, 15 years ago, we found it and it was knackered. So me and a friend kind of brought it back to life and it still worked. We used to play on a little portable TV about this big. Right.
Yeah, and you could set it up so if you set it up just right, it would just go bing, bing, bing infinitely.
Yeah. I like squash. I can't remember why I like squash. I think you can move that way as well.
Gundam fan says 3% battery and a cold bath. You'll swing by later.
Yes. Well, don't forget, like I say, you can still enter the next week's giveaway that we'll do towards the end of the show, which is the prize we'll give away next week. So
yeah, there's always
do that later.
Yeah, there's always giveaways on the eModels live stream. Just come along and join in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you've got the winners for last week, by the way, because I've totally forgotten to do.
Yes, I've done all that.
We have. Yes, we're organised here. We've
done everything for you. Don't worry about that.
It's easy.
It's good to see you in training. Now, next week will be your test. I'll just sit quietly in the background and assess.
And
now I have to say to the viewers, obviously, because Ted wasn't around, it put me in charge of pressing buttons and choosing things for what's in store and stuff like that. I think the theme for tonight might be completely random. That's the theme for tonight.
It's very difficult to randomly choose some random things randomly.
Yeah, I think so. I think of a theme. I couldn't think of it, so I just thought the theme is what? That's the theme. There's no theme to the theme tonight, and that's the theme. There's no theme.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I only wish I could have given you some more notice, but things.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll just slap you around later. We're fine.
We're getting slightly worried if you give us more notice, like later on for next week.
Yeah,
I've got an emergency coming up next Monday.
Yeah, bye. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, I've got a shout out to do as well.
Ooh, shout out! Shout out time. This has gone on longer than the actual shout out now, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, what was I going to say? Yeah. We've got a new section that we're trying to get up and running on the eModels live stream. It's a shout out. It's a case of if you guys have got anybody that you want to send your regards to or shout the name out, or if it's a birthday, wedding anniversary, give it a shout out to your loved one or anything like that. Or if you've got, or if you know of any model shows that are coming up that you want to get publicised on the tubes on social media.
Yes, we've already announced what we've done. We've already done wow, words. So I'll just shut up.
Yeah.
I'll just shut up.
Yeah. So just send me an email and we'll give you a shout out. I know that we are now getting into the model events and shows and things like that as summer comes on upon us. So if you want advertising, now here's the place.
Or if you just got married on Saturday and you want us to shout out.
Well, Michael, was it Michael Jackman last week, a couple of weeks ago, said he got a job interview and came home and great news all round. I'm sure it was Michael, wasn't it? Was it you?
I don't know. I think it was.
Slept since then.
Somebody was
anyway, this is a shout out. It comes from Mike Mountain, and he's asking us to give a shout out to Colin. That's Festa 67. It's a get well shout out. He had a fall at home a couple of days ago and spent the night in hospital. So hope everything's getting
never good. All the best, Colin.
Get yourself sorted out, Colin.
Yeah.
The internet needs your hat shenanigans.
Donald McKenzie says, "Oh dang, my wedding anniversary."
Oh,
was that yesterday?
Or shout that one out. Another thing you should say in the chat if you don't use your actual name as you log in. That's probably
that's it. It wasn't Michael Jackman who got the job interview. It was because he's retired.
All right. Yes, I think so.
Congratulations on your allocation of a new job and your retirement at the same time.
Yes. What's your new job? Your new job is being retired.
We're giving you a job and you can retire the day after.
Yes, we've already announced a wedding, haven't we? I think we did a wedding.
Yeah, we announced a wedding.
We had a coach party from Runcorn.
Yeah.
Bars open, pies are on.
Yeah. Has anybody seen a taxi outside for Foxx? Taxi at the door for Foxx.
Yeah.
So yeah, all you need to do, just send us an email, ted@emodels.co.uk, and we'll get it included in the shout out section for you. So it's nice to spread the word. Particularly if you've got an event that you're going to, or you know about it. It doesn't have to be that you're actually organising the event. If you know of one, we'll tell everybody, and the whole world will turn up.
Yeah, just make sure it's something you want mentioned on the internet.
Yeah. So.
Michael Jackman says, "Oh, knock at the door." I think there's a certain flat disc-shaped food type turning up.
Might be. It doesn't have cheese, or it doesn't have tomato. It doesn't have tomato.
Yeah, either that or it's a raid. A couple of shout outs for Colin, Festa 67 from the chat saying to get well. Oracle Festa get well says Spid, Tony Blackwell get well. Colin, Sergeant Bones says, he says something else completely different. I don't know why I lumped him in that one.
James Chapman says pizza's here, but I don't know if he's talking about Michael's or if he's got one as well.
I don't know.
All pizza, everyone gets pizza.
It's got pineapple to be sure, says Sergeant Bones.
No, it doesn't.
Pineapple at the minute. I don't know what this is.
It's not a real pizza if it's got pineapple on it.
I like pineapple. What's wrong with pineapple? Pineapple's nice on a pizza.
It doesn't go on a pizza.
It does go on a pizza.
No.
It does. It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Pineapple does. Yeah, but it doesn't go on a gammon anymore. That's very 70s, isn't it?
No. Oh, I did go on a bit of a culinary adventure today. I went to make myself some peanut butter and jam sandwiches, but ran out of peanut butter. So instead I had Nutella and jam sandwiches. My God, they're fantastic. And before Paul wonders, no, they actually really were nice.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like jam and chocolate.
Pete Rogers says it's his anniversary today. I've been happily married for 25 years. My wife is about 4 years. I think that means he's been happily married for 25 years, but his wife's not happy about it.
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure.
What's the phrase for an anniversary? You don't say congratulations or, what do you say?
Happy anniversary. I don't know. Just
happy anniversary.
It's something like you would have got less for murder.
Yeah, 25 years is that's silver, isn't it? Silver.
Congrats on the anniversaries.
Yeah.
Only meat is allowed on a pizza, says Osric 9000. What about the bread and the tomato and
that is the pizza. You put the meat on top of it.
What about cheese?
That's the pizza as well.
But that goes on top. Okay.
Basic cheese and tomato is the pizza.
What about peppers?
And then you put you can do that then. You can do that then.
You've got to have peppers on them.
No, if you get rid of the peppers, you've got room for more bacon.
Yeah, but then you can put peppers on top of the bacon.
But then you can put bacon on top of the bacon.
What about anchovies?
Yeah, keep them.
That's not meat, that's fish, but I like anchovies.
No.
Yeah.
Raisin, Ray Aquilina from Malta is in.
Oh, Malta, that's nice. Yeah, it'd be nice. I fancy doing a cruise to Malta.
Tony Blackwell says cheese is liquid meat.
Liquid meat.
And Damn Ducks Bobbington says, is tomato a fruit? Yes, and a vegetable as well.
It's a fruit. It's not a vegetable.
It's sort of a vegetable.
No, it's not. It's fruit.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's actually because it hangs on a vine. It's like a grape, which is not a vegetable.
But technically, it's a berry because it's got seeds inside it or something.
Yeah. So really, tomato is a berry.
Yeah, and strawberries aren't.
Yeah, because they're they're
seeds on the outside. Well, seeds on the outside, so they're not a berry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just call things wrong.
Unless it's covered in chocolate, then it's on the inside.
And peas are just rubbish.
I don't think they're naturally occurring strawberries in chocolate.
It could, yeah, it could be.
I don't think you get naturally occurring chocolate, really, do you?
Well,
I don't think you find like a field of chocolate.
Yeah, I'd
like to find a field of chocolate.
James Chapman said it's his fiance's birthday is on Sunday. Was it James who read the announcement about the job and the good news?
I don't know, unless it was James that was getting married. See, we make these announcements, but then we instantly forget.
We don't have to remember things about them.
Yes.
No. Nobody told me I had to remember things. Chris Smith says cucumber is a fruit as well.
Even comprehend vegetables.
Yeah, I've heard about them, but I don't think they're a good thing. Chris Smith says cucumber is a fruit as well.
I think that's similar to tomatoes. It grows on a vine, doesn't it? Kind of, sort of, not a vine, but it's like a. Somebody get on Wikipedia.
Yeah, because that's never wrong.
We never have to ask. We've never asked, but we should always ask.
Adrian David has a question. Whatever happened to Eddie the Eagle?
They made a film about it.
They did make a film about him, but I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, they made a film, and we don't want any spoilers, so people have to watch the film.
I think we British, we always celebrate failure, but only for a bit.
Yeah,
somebody always comes along who's even more of a failure and becomes the new hero.
Yeah. British celebrate their failures, don't they?
Yeah, we like to cheer for the underdog because it's usually us anyway in sport, at least.
Yeah,
that's about right. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. The quiz questions are coming in for the giveaways. Thank you.
Oh, we've got some questions for giveaway stuff.
Yay!
Yeah,
cool. I meant to say that, by the way. When we do the giveaways later on, all of you have done it now anyway, but we will ask a dumb question to give some of these away. But if you want to send us a question and answer that we read out on the telly for a sticker giveaway, we'll send you a sticker as well. So if you've got a question answer, feel free to mail it to ted@emodels.co.uk. And it just saves us having to use our brains to think up a question.
And I'm sure when Ted's not here, he'll get the questions to us at some point. And
yes, that will be a good point.
We'll figure it out.
Access to the ted@emodels email.
Yeah. There's lots coming through from Joanna.
Some chemistry questions all around.
Scott Sutherland says the Eddie the Eagle film's brilliant. So there's a review for you.
Dan Dux Bobbington says, wow, stickers. Joanna Hammond says, I'm flooding Ted with questions.
Yeah, they're coming through. But
I hope he's got his phone on charge.
Do we just need to send a sheet of stickers?
It's glowing with all the questions. Yeah, it's humming. Chris Balchin says, forgive my late appearance, guys. I know we'll be leaving our screens soonish. Yeah, not too soon. Can we redo everything, i.e. redo the show in 4 times speed to let him catch up?
Yeah, well, the first 10 minutes were just us waiting for you to turn up, Ted. So
we need to go backwards first.
Yep. And the first one tonight he says hi to Fox's mum. Yeah, nobody said that.
Hi, Fox's mum. That's weird. Why did I say that? The funny thing is that every time I say something about my childhood, I can hear mum downstairs kind of going, yep.
Tell him about the time you did.
You were never that well behaved.
Yeah, next week we could have, when I'm not here, we could have Fox's mum on the laptop downstairs showing pictures, and this is one of his 2.
This Fox in the bath.
Yeah,
you don't want to see that kind of thing.
This is Fox in the bath. This is him on the sheepskin rug in front of the fire.
Oh.
I'm hoping when Fox was 2, he still had the beard.
I think the only photograph there is of me as a kid is when I was about 7 or 8, and it was taken in Pontins in Blackpool. It was a black and white picture. I had a pool cue in my hand, pool table, and I showed it to somebody at work I used to work with, and he went, "Wow, I used to be so cute as a kid. What happened?" Thanks.
Becca Jackman says, "Hey Ted, what's in store tonight?"
Is that a hint?
Ted doesn't know.
I don't know.
Do I need to press some buttons now then?
Shall we? Is it about that time?
It's gone. Yeah, I suppose it's 10 past. Yeah.
What else have we got on to? Yeah, they still keep sending the questions in, guys. Yeah, we've got about another hour or so to run yet.
Breaking news. Tony Blackwell says, wow, Voyager 1 has just left the Milky Way galaxy.
Really? It might have left the solar system.
Yeah, I don't think it's even left the solar system.
I don't think it will have left the Milky Way. That might take
I watched a sci-fi film the other night.
Breaking news.
Was it Martian? But it was like Robinson Crusoe on Mars.
Oh, it's a good film, that.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, quite good graphics and lunar landers and things like that.
He has to get scientific with potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite good. Yeah.
He science the potatoes out of things, yeah.
First time I sat and watched a film in a long time. Adrian David, yes, I did get your question. Yeah, thanks for that. We'll have we've got quite a few, so we'll have to pick them at random tonight, I think.
Cool. Damn Ducks Bobbington says, give it 10,000 years maybe. About Voyager leaving the galaxy. Yeah. It won't even get to the nearest star in 10,000 years.
And Michael Jackerman says, don't worry, V'ger will be back later.
V'ger! Yes, I would assume the nearest star is 4.2 light years, which is about 70,000 years at Voyager's speed. So
I'm sure you can find it in Elite Dangerous, and it's still in the solar system, and that's set like 1,000 years in the future.
Yes, it apparently... they figured out, if people don't play Elite Dangerous, it's like European Truck Simulator in space. They've done it so that if you figure out where Voyager would be in 1,000 years, it's actually there. They've actually got it accurate to where it will be in 1,000 years. Right, should we do some giveaways? I mean, not giveaways. Should we do what's in store?
Do the store.
Let's do what's in store now. I've got to press buttons now, so it's all going to go horribly wrong.
You've got buttons with both hands, are you?
And I've got to do all the buttons.
Yeah, you have to use all the hands now.
Are you ready, Ted? Brace yourself. This is going to happen without you doing anything.
Yeah.
Have you locked it on you? Have you locked it on you, Ted?
I've locked it on me.
Lock it on Ted. Go on.
I'll lock it on Ted. Now, as I said before, I'm rubbish at this. So my theme tonight is completely, utterly random. So don't expect anything amazing.
Yeah, quick update. Tony Blackwell says, nah, it sounded dodgy. Now I've researched it a bit. It's nonsense.
Yes. The Voyager has left space. Right, let's go to what's in store. So, as always, what do you always say at this point, Ted? Because I kind of usually stop
doing this.
I can't remember. I just make it up as I go along.
Professional, are we? Well, let's just go straight across. I'll see if I can share this.
There's no script.
Right, so we'll see if we can share this. Okay, are we sharing?
We're sharing.
We can't tell if it's locked on you though, but
it's locked on me, I think.
Yeah, it's locked. Must be locked on Foxx. Although you and I, Chris, will flicking between each other.
Yes. Now the difficulty with me is my camera's right where all the descriptive text is going to be. So I'm going to struggle to tell you what
this is where you move the camera out of shot because nobody's looking at you.
Oh, that's an idea.
This is why we still need Ted to come along.
Yeah. So what I did tonight, anyway, I did have a bit of a theme. I thought I'd have a browse through the Office section. As some of you may know, but not everybody knows, there is actually an Office page, an Office section on the eModels website. A lot of people for a long time said to Pete, mate, and James, mate, are you going to do any special offers? Now, the thing with eModels is all their prices are discounted for the start anyway. They do a lot of instantly when you buy something, you're getting it at a certain discount. That's why there's always a slash through the price, even if it's just on the normal part of the website. But they started an Office page, and the Office page is basically
everything that's on offer.
Yeah, well, it's funny that, isn't it? It's not just stuff they can't get rid of. It's not that at all. It's basically they try and change it around all the time to give you a chance to pick stuff up just at a real bargain price. They like to kind of go through all different like equipment and pens and books and model kits and paints and materials and all kinds of things. And they change it all the time. And some things can be on there for a day. Some things can be on there for a month. And it changes every day. So it's always worth checking out the Office section on the menu.
I have noticed as well that sometimes if Pete's been watching the live stream and we've mentioned something or we've shown something, particularly if it's not on the Office page, you know, we look through the store. Sometimes what we've mentioned actually does appear on the Office page. So,
we have power.
Yeah, it's always worth having a look.
Yeah.
Paul says if Foxx chose what's in store, it would just be Gundam. So, haha.
There's no Gundam in what's in store. I deliberately didn't do that because I forgot. So anyway, I never thought about that. I had a chance. Oh, Foxx, you're an idiot. So I just went through the offers page and picked out some fun things. And first of all, we'll just start off here with the AK Interactive Figures Series official bag. And this stuck out for two reasons. One, it's camouflage and awesome. And it's a bit like the Tamiya bag we mentioned the other week. But this one's a bit different. It's a really nice bag. The difference with this one is not only is it designed for you to carry all your, your paints and equipment around if you go to different places. And if you're like me, you go to different places and do painting, like at a friend's house or at a store, or you go to events perhaps, and especially gaming tournaments and things where you might be painting things. It's a good way to transport all your stuff around, or even just keep all your paints and modeling products in one place out of the way so you don't get told off by she who must be obeyed or he who must be obeyed, your better half. However, this is also cunningly designed, and this will be one that is attractive to the miniature makers out there. It's also compatible with some of the standard battle foam measures, and battle foam is it's like a flight case for your tabletop miniatures or any model. They're usually foam packing. You get hard case and foam packing, so you can actually use it for that as well. So whether you're transporting your modeling stuff or your actual models themselves, it's a really good thing. So yeah, check it out. $49.95, nice little drop down from 80 quid. And other than that, it's just a kind of cool bag. It's a bit better than a man bag when you're taking it to work in the office. Plus, it's kind of nice square shape, and it just looks kind of hardcore. So I thought I'd show you that. So that's a nice one. Get
some sandwiches in there if you don't want to put your paints in it.
Is what?
Yeah. You get your sandwiches in there and a banana.
It is 44 inches by 34. 44 centimeters by 34 centimeters by 20 centimeters. It comes with 4 empty foam inserts, 2 intended for 17mm acrylic jars, up to 33 jars each, so you can carry 66 jars, and 2 suitable for 35mm enamel pigment jars, each accommodating up to 32 jars. So you could basically have your entire paint collection in there. And remember, the enamel jars, the AK enamel jars are kind of a standard size, so you could get your MIG paints in there. You can get loads of other products in there. So even if it's just a simple storage solution, it's a kind of cool storage solution. So there you go. Right, what is next? Let's have a look. Next, I thought I'd go a bit different. I go out of my comfort zone because I know nothing about these things. So next up, we have an Ecleopter.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the eModel 1/72 scale MIL MI22 Helicleopter.
Oh.
And the reason this caught my eye is I think it's going to be quite big, because look how big that helicopter is, even for 172.
Look how big the spreads are.
Imagine the little dude in there, in that cockpit there. That's like the size of France, that helicopter. So that'd be quite a nice big model. And there's no description on this one, so I can't tell you too much about it, unfortunately. But it's big. It's kind of got that classic Russian look to it, which is kind of like tanks stuck together to make a helicopter.
I think it's a big heavy lift helicopter, isn't it? A bit sort of on par with our Chinook and all that.
Yeah, although I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know myself personally. I can't see the chat, so tell me if the chat says different. But I can't tell if it's like that kind of freight helicopter or it's
I think it's
a troop helicopter, or if it's a bit of both. Like you could get a couple of jeeps in the back there, a couple of vehicles in the back, and a load of dudes.
But it makes a great noise coming over the hill, though.
Oh God! Imagine what noise that will make at the size of it.
It looks bigger than like the Sikorsky type, same sort of style but bigger.
But I have to say, because God bless the Russians for just cobbling stuff together on cheap budget.
Yeah.
But if you take that bit of the cockpit that's like a slightly darker blue color, is that not just a Dakota cockpit with a bit of a B-52 stuck on the front?
Yeah.
And then they've put a helicopter on the back.
It's probably built out of It's probably built out of tractors.
Michael Jacobin says, "Hey, I built one of those years ago, and you're right, Fox. It's huge."
Yeah, because I mean, just look at that's a photograph, obviously. And you've got to think about how big a person is in that cockpit. That's going to be a big helicopter kit. And I'm not into helicopters myself, and I have great admiration for anyone that makes helicopter kits, because they just scare me lifeless. All the little tiny fiddly bits. Yeah. But I just can't imagine how big that actually is.
Yeah. The only thing I've built helicopters before. I don't mind building them. The only thing that gets me is the rotor head. Because you put the rotor blades on into the head, and it's very Yeah, fiddly, fine. It's all fine work and it easily damaged. That's the only thing that puts me off helicopters.
But the thing I'm thinking now is just look at that cockpit and imagine that was a Dakota. That gives you an idea of how big that helicopter actually is.
Yeah.
So if you like your helicopters, if you're a crazy fool that likes intricate kits like these, hats off to you. Pick it up. It's only $45.95 down from 53 quid. And that's going to be a big, massive project. So I thought I'd show that one for those amongst you that like your flying machines, just because it's big. I like big things. Next up. Oh, sorry. Go on, Ted. You were going to say?
I was just saying, we cannot deny we like big.
I like big helicopters, and I cannot deny that line doesn't really work with the long word of it. Next up, I thought we'd go a little bit the other way and have some fun times with the kids. Ted's shown these before, so I thought I'd do the same. I've not seen this one before in their range, but it is an Airfix quick build, and it is the Eurofighter Typhoon.
Yeah,
We've been talking about the Typhoon in the last few shows. And it's one of their, now that Lego is no longer sort of, copyrighted, anybody can make Lego-like bricks. Airfix have been doing these quick build kits, which are absolutely delightful. They're dead simple. They just go together like Lego, and they actually look pretty good. You've done a couple of these, haven't you, Ted?
Yeah, well, I'm not personally.
Well, you haven't. Yeah, you've had involvement, let's say.
I've assisted Skylar to build these, and Skylar's 7, and she can put these together with no trouble at all. So if you've got some young kids and you want to get them involved and sort of maybe sat alongside you at the workbench and they're building their kit without any assistance, yeah, get one of these. They're brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with me, Ted and Chris and all of us is we'll always do everything we can do to encourage people with kids to get their kids into the hobby, or just to get younger builders into it. And if you can catch them when they're young, then they're addicted, and that's the beauty of it. And when they're young, they can experiment and have the courage to paint things badly and not worry about it. And that's where the passion comes from. So these kind of like £9. £9. It's a fun little weekend thing for you and your younger one.
Yeah, buy the kids one for the birthday, or buy them one for the summer holidays. The summer holidays are coming up. These are the sort of thing you can actually probably build on the train or in the back of a car.
Yeah,
keep them busy on a journey. Yeah, there are a couple of bits, and you're bound to drop some if you're traveling or something like that. But get to your destination, get the kids sorted, settle down, building something while you unpack and do the rest of it.
Yep. And the good thing is you can play with them as well because they're fairly rugged.
Yeah.
But I think Airfix are onto a good thing here because they know if they can get them like Lego, if they can get these kids into these little kits like Lego, and then they got them hooked then. So when they get to like be 25 and they're building all the Airfix kits properly, you'll be like, yeah, I know how we got you hooked in the first place.
Yeah. You don't need paint. You don't need paint. You don't need glue. The decals are actually stickers. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you wanted to build one yourself, you could paint it.
Yeah, it would be quite a good fun project to actually do it up.
Yeah.
Proper like, if you know.
Are they on sprues or? Is it?
Yeah, some of them are on sprues. Some little bits are, but generally they come in a bag, a clear plastic bag like Lego does.
Right.
Yep. So really good fun. These I've not tried one of these yet, but I say I've watched Ted get told off by Skylar when she was trying to make one. So they do seem like great fun. So if you've got a little running around, get one of these. There's all different ones. There's some kind of sports car, supercar. Is it Bugatti Veyron? I think they've got.
Yeah, there's a
VW Beetle.
Yeah, there's a
Lamborghini as well.
And there's Apache helicopter, Spitfire.
There's always a Spitfire. It wouldn't be Airfix if they didn't do a Spitfire.
Yeah, they keep adding to the range, so there's always something new coming out.
Yep. Yeah. Now the next one, we are going to go carry on with the having fun with the kids thing. And this is something that most people forget eModels actually do. They actually forget that eModels do a lot of RC stuff, like remote control boats and boats and planes and helicopters and things. And I saw this and I thought, this is the dumbest thing ever. I have to show it because it's awesome. And if you've got kids, you've got one of these little Typhoons, why not get them one of these as well? It's the Carrera Super Mario Flying Cape Yoshi. Everybody's favorite Super Mario character, Yoshi. Fun little silly thing. It's just a little remote control helicopter, but it's as dumb as a bag of hammers, and I love it because it's just silly. There's a fly in my room. It's whizzing around. I've got a fly helping me out.
Yeah, it's flying. It's been doing its Yoshi impression.
It's going. So yeah, if you get in the little ones, that little kit, we could pick up one of these as well. And even if it's just for yourself, because let's admit it, we're adults that make little tiny army men. Hello, fly away, go on. I'm being attacked from all angles here. We're adults that like making little tiny army men, so I think if we would treat ourselves to a flying Yoshi,
the chat seems to quite like this selection. Lots of people saying they want one of them, and infinitely better than another quadcopter. It's awesome.
Because that is just like, it's just the silliest thing ever, but it's 27 quid and you have a lot of fun with that. And I'd get one of these.
That's in offers.
Eh?
That's in the offers.
These are all in the offer section. All these things.
I don't recall seeing that. It must have just gone in offers. I can't recall seeing that one before.
Yeah, and they've the guys at eModels have done themselves proud by, instead of having an actual description, they just put a picture of it. It tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, grab yourself a Super Mario Flying Cape Yoshi. Everybody likes Yoshi. Everybody doesn't like Yoshi. Yoshi's kind of like, for a lot of people, Yoshi's like Jar Jar Binks of Mario. So it's a very divisive character, but I think he looks crazy. So you can have some fun with that. And that's either for the littlies, or it's when you're having a barbecue and maybe you've had a few too many sherbets and you're in the garden.
Or you can just blame it that eModels must have sent you it by mistake. Oh no, look what they've sent.
I ordered a packet of paint and look what they sent me.
Yeah,
I ordered this Dora and look what I got.
I sent I got the plane and they sent this as well. Oh, blast.
No, I don't know where that came from. They must have accidentally packed it by accident.
Yeah, well, never mind. I'll try
a free gift that they charged me for.
Yeah. So I think, anyway, you could have some silly fun with that. So I think one of the themes tonight is just silliness. So I thought I'd share that one because I saw that and thought, yeah, that's going in.
Well, Michael Jacobin said he's saving up for a large drone with a camera.
Ooh.
eModels do them.
Yes, they do drones, and you're making me wish I'd actually pick one now. Damn. They do drones. They do a lot of DJI drones and stuff like that. It's one of the big things they sell. So if you're looking for drones, go and check them out. However, on that thread, the last thing I picked was I went up the luxury market a little bit, and it's kind of a luxury product, but it's kind of not a luxury product. Seeing as you're buying a little whizzy helicopter thing for the kiddies, why not actually get yourself a whizzy helicopter?
Yeah.
Especially if you're our kind of age, where it's that kind of age where you're getting towards middle age and you're like, I always wanted a helicopter and I could never afford one. As I was saying before, a lot of people forget that eModels specialize in remote control stuff, so we don't really show it on here very often, so I thought I'd show one. It's a premium product, obviously, but when you think with this kit, you're actually getting the helicopter and the controller and everything else, and that fly is still flying around. It'll probably make an appearance on camera in a bit. That's actually not a bad price for a remote control helicopter.
Yeah, but you do need to buy 2 of them, though, don't you? Because you got to crash the first one.
Well, you need to buy 2 of them so you can have like Airwolf fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get all Airwolf and have one.
Yeah, cool. Airwolf was on TV on Sky. It was on Sky a few days ago. I can't remember what channel it was on, but they're replaying it somewhere on YouTube.
Now I've got the tune in my head now.
Yeah. You could paint this up to look like Airwolf. Anyway, it says it can take you to learn the basic stages of 3D and beyond, complete with, apparently this means something, 120 degrees CCPM. It's got a carbon fiber blades as standard, 325 mil, belt-driven tail gearbox, head holes, gyro. It's got a 11.1 volt, 1800 milliamp lithium polymer flight pack, and a full brushless 40 amp ESC. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds brilliant. It does come with, as far as I can see, the transmitter and the receiver. Obviously, it comes with the receiver in the helicopter, but it does come with the transmitter, which I guess is the controller. Transmitter supplied with the Genius 450 is a 2.4 gigahertz 6-channel computerized set, dual rates, 5 model memory, helicopter and aeroplane modes, as well as 5-point throttle and pitch curve paired with the 6-channel 2.4 gigahertz receiver in the model. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds brilliant.
Sounds like lots of gigahertz. They got to be good, don't they?
Yeah, it's all the gigahertz. The Genius 450 comes in at only 766 grams. Is that heavy? I don't know. Even with all the technology packed on board and has an overall length of 630 millimeter, it's about the same. It's actually smaller than my space battleship Yamato that I haven't made yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's small enough to fly indoors at most clubs during the cold winter months. So if you've been hankering for a bit of remote control helicopter action or plane action, and looking at the kind of prices you pay for those kind of things, this is actually not bad, especially on even a knockdown price like this, because normally you pay a lot more than this kind of price for your helicopters. And it's kind of a beginner, it's kind of a starter helicopter, but you could stick a camera on that. You could have all kinds of fun with that.
Yeah, you could do. Good.
So yeah, but check them out. Now, we always say with these things that are in the what's in store, as we always say, and we get told this by the guys at eModels, when we show stuff on the what's in store, they often come back and tell us that what we've shown is sold out by the time the show is finished. Because we don't know how many of these they've got in stock. Any of these things we've shown, they could have one of something, or they could have 300 Yoshis in a box. That'd be kind of a nightmare. So, you know, if you're wanting to pick one of these up, don't hang around. What do they do, Ted?
Go slap it in your basket.
Slap it in your basket. And remember, until you press checkout and pay the money, it's not yours. Somebody else can snaffle it. It doesn't go out of stock. So make sure you snaffle it as quick as you can if you want any of these things we've shown tonight. But that's going to do us. So a bit of a random selection. But if there's anything I'm known for, it's being completely and utterly random. Now, how do I stop sharing? Where's the button? And pow, there we go. How did I do, Ted?
It's not the big red one at the bottom. That was
no,
all.
Don't press that one.
Yeah, I was taking notes and evaluating for whether or not you're ready to go off on your own.
Before we go far away from the what's in store, Gary Pashley's done his homework and done some maths. He said the MIL 22 will be 18.1 inches in length and have a 19.1 inch rotor span in 1/72nd scale.
Blimey,
she's a big girl.
What's that in like for our American cousins? What's that in like bushels or something?
It's 4 bushels by 5 and a bit hedgehogs.
And the rotors are like 6 cups across or something.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, with a firkin.
The firkin steady now.
So
it is quite big.
Yeah, it's like a foot and a half, isn't it? It's a foot and a half long.
Quite nice and for a helicopter, and that's 1/72nd scale, so you can see how big the actual thing will be.
Angus Allott says, do they do drone races? I'm not quite sure if they do or they don't. One thing I find about the eModels website, it's good to just browse.
Yeah,
because you come across things that you think, I didn't know they had that.
Well, that's what I'm saying about the remote control. A lot of people don't realize if you actually go to eModels and visit the warehouse, because it's not a store, it's a warehouse with a trade counter. But you can go in. You don't have to have an appointment. You go in. When you go in, the first thing you see on the shelves, apart from that big massive Dora that's on the shelf there, they've got another one in stock now apparently. This is the size of a house. It's all like the remote control stuff, cars and helicopters and things. It's right there in front of you. It's one of the things they specialize in. Apart from being the UK's biggest Tamiya retailer or reseller, they do a lot of remote control stuff.
Yeah, there's bags of stuff in there. So when me and Foxx were there the other week, it was a case of we're looking through the shop. Oh, they got this, they got that. Oh, I didn't know they did that. Where's my wallet? Put that away. You know. So.
Yeah, where's my wallet? Oh, I don't have one. Hey, that's why it's always worth just having a browse, or even just have a browse through the office page, because I've often found, I've done it before. There's genres that I like and there's genres that I have no interest in. But occasionally I'll go through, say, the office page. I'll be like, oh, look at that. Well, I have no interest in making that, whatever that might be. But you know what? It's a tenner. So you never know what you might see in there that will just be a fun weekend build, or it might be something that you've been thinking of getting for a while, and suddenly it's a lot cheaper and it's work. Oh, I'll grab it now. And like I said before, stuff will be in there. It could be in there for a day. It could be in there for a month. They do change it every day. So if you go and have a look every now and then, it's worth checking out what you've got. And it can be books and other things, not just kits.
eModels, the eModels website isn't a place to go when you're drunk.
Wait, Ted, no, we're supposed to say exactly the opposite of that.
Yes, go to eModels.co.uk every time you're drunk.
Instead of, it's a bit like drink away, it's buy responsibly.
Yeah, it's like we're not supposed to go there when we're drunk, but everybody else can. Apparently Ray is off. Thanks for coming in, Ray.
Okay, night, Ray. Hope you enjoyed the show, Ray. See you again next week.
Angus Allott asked if they do drone races. You'd have to have a look. I think they do. They do everything from little tiny drones like this big. They had one that was like that big. It was so cute.
Drone. Yeah, I thought it was on a. I was off on a totally different track. Yeah, the drone. Yeah, I've seen them racing them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a sport now. They do it live on telly, and they go really quick. Some of them racing the drones.
Oh yeah. I like the ones that come with little cameras, then you get the little hoops that you can put around the house and they have to go through the hoops. That's the races to go around the course that you set up. Gary Pashley says that helicopter is a heavy lift helo based on the ML 6, can carry 65 troops inside 2.
Joanna Hammond says, no, not drunk. That's how I ended up with a £233 discovery.
Yeah, not that we persuaded you in some.
No, we didn't mention it at all.
No, it's just coincidence that you happened to buy it exactly the same evening that we showed it what's in store. And this is the power of what's in store, you see. If there is something you see on that section, don't sit around.
Yeah, they might not have a box of Yoshis anymore.
Yeah, let's not forget the fact that we once showed the Dora 1/35 Dora railgun and it was sold within about 20 minutes.
If you are drunk and this program has affected you, it's available at the following telephone number.
Yes.
Well, Ted,
Please send your PayPal payments too.
Oh, good. Yep. So that's what's in store. We'll find out something to do for next week, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well done, Fox. That was a very good shot. That was very
Lovely. You haven't seen what I'm doing for the prize this week yet.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about
Just remember what the prize was. Wasn't the prize last week a helicopter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we doing last week's giveaway?
Yeah. Give away things.
Are we not doing stickers and things first? Or are
We
we
could
doing
do.
what do you want to do, Ted? You can choose.
Should we do stickers?
7 is in. He says Fox 2 times more shine.
Right, yeah, well, I've got lots of questions that come through today. So we'll do some sticker giveaways, shall we?
Yay.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's the new thing for stickers. You have to do the Batman. I don't know why.
Yeah. Right. Who wants to win Ted's last sticker from
Bam, 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 bam.
the dress?
Yes.
And I'll sign the back as well.
Yes. Now, before we do the questions,
I'll do it now before I forget.
well,
don't sign the sticky bit.
2 important announcements. One, if you've not got access to the chat because you're watching somewhere else, like on eModels or the eModels Facebook page or anything like that, click on the YouTube icon in the bottom left-hand corner, right-hand corner. You'll go to the YouTube page where the chat is. You can join in the giveaway for the stickers and the mugs because you need to be in the chat. Also, if you're in the chat and you're about to take part, before you do anything else, refresh your page right now. Just so there's as little lag between chat and video.
Yeah, because if you're a minute behind, then you're going to be a minute behind, and
Yes.
nobody's going to.
And once you've watched the stream for about an hour, lag starts to creep in. So before we do anything else, we'll all shut up. You just press your refresh button and we'll wait for you to finish. And hello, Fly.
I've got loads of pens around here now.
Oh. Joanna Hammond says, if you use my questions, I don't need more eModel stickers, thanks.
He's got many stickers.
So,
In fact, if we run out of stickers, we'll just start getting Joanna to send them out.
Right.
Also, I'll take suggestions for the name for the Fly. I think he's going to be here for the duration. So
if you pull his wings off, will he be a walk?
I wouldn't harm him. I don't harm creatures unless they're crane flies, in which case they die painfully.
Dan Duck Bovington's wondering if you get a pen with the sticker now because you've got lots of them as well.
Yeah.
No, all my pen. We can have a pen that doesn't work.
Pen. You need to keep them from moving and making lists.
If I remember rightly, it might be an Argos pen from like 20 years ago. So definitely,
The little blue ones.
yeah, Argos written down the side of it.
Or if you go in Screwfix, you get them little stubby pencils.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Balchin just sent a message, said he sees the packs now, otherwise the AK bag that you've shown could have housed all my contents. Yeah, could have done really. Yeah, could have got a lot of stuff in it. And he wonders if I roped in VSAL to transport the U-boat. Yeah, get one of them low loaders to come round and drag it through the town. Yeah.
That'd be good. Just on that note, I don't know if anybody will have seen this, but I noticed that Spiddy Curate, who's in the chat now, posted up a video the other day, I think on his Facebook page somewhere. I think it was Spid. If I've got this wrong, then just tell me to shut up. It was basically, I think he was in traffic. Go on, land on my hand. Go on, land on my hand. You just did a minute ago.
Yeah,
He was in traffic and he had to wait because coming the other way, I think 4 or 5 low loader trucks with wind turbine blades on going past the other way. And they were like 1,000 feet long each.
Yeah, they're coming. We see them going through the town all the time. Actually, a lot of them arrive by ship because they're that big. They just offload them because we've got. I think we've got Europe's largest wind farm off the coast of Wally here, and those blades are enormous.
Oh yeah,
they're fine driving them down road as long as it's a straight road. As soon as you have to go around a corner, they're in trouble, aren't they?
I actually watched a video of a wind turbine blade going through a village, and it had to go around a virtually 90-degree corner, and they did it. But my God, it took them a long time. I think it was like loads of different angled bits. It was really weird to watch.
You're getting lots of suggestions for naming of your fly.
Yes. What do we have?
You've got Bob the Fly, Fred the Fly, Benjamin B,
Jeff,
Swap the Fly,
Wisbert. I like Wisbert. Got Yoski.
Adrian Duct Tape. No, that was a different conversation. You can't call it duct tape.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I have a collection of IKEA pencils is a good name for a fly, but I might go with it. Zadster.
Yeah. Adrian David craves stickers to hold his car together. That's why
Right, yeah.
duct tape.
Swap the Fly. That's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says if Orkney gets any more wind turbines, we're going to take off.
Yay!
Yeah, we won't. It's not really the place to get into about talking whether we should have wind farms or nuclear power stations. But this is eModels chat.
We
right,
can talk about gin and models.
What we're going to do a giveaway, weren't we?
Well, I've decided the best name to call the fly is Yoshi. I'm going to call it Yoshi.
Yeah. Right.
We're going to do some stickers, weren't we?
Yeah. Right. So
everybody should have refreshed their browser page by now. Thank you.
Look, it's been signed. I've signed mine.
What's the note say? I can't read the note.
No, it just says regards. I've signed it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's now a really collectible sticker.
Yes.
Yes.
Now remember, the way we do this is Ted will ask the question, and don't answer the question until Ted says go. And my sentence was going to be finished, but I forgot what the rest of it was. Well done. Yes, we go off the first correct answer we see on the chat, which we'll see differently to you guys, so it won't match what you see. And we go off whatever the answer is the person gives us in the question answer. We don't do any fact checking. So,
right. This isn't the question. This is a question for Chris and Fox. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
What, one each or what?
Just one number between you. Decide amongst yourselves.
I know, we'll have to go quietly. And if we both do a number and we add them together, and then
one of us was 9 and one of us was 6. That gets.
No, we'll do a low number.
Go on, Chris. You can choose. I'll let you.
I choose number 1.
Number 1. All right then. Number 1. No, that's not a question.
It shouldn't take you a long time to get to number 1.
Number 1. That's not a question. So what's between 1 and 10 then?
Some of them are comments and some of the questions.
So any number between 1 and 10, as long as it's not number 1 or 4 or 6.
Right. Yep. Right. Here we go. It's a question actually from Joanna. Number 1. The first question from Joanna. Right. Here we go. Here's the question. Remember, don't answer it until I say go, as Fox said. And we need to know the date that the TSR2 was announced. What was what was the date it was cancelled? I'll start again, shall I?
That all went a bit weird, didn't it?
When was the cancellation of the TSR2 announced? Go. I'll read it again. When was the cancellation of the TSR2 announced?
What's the TSR2?
It was the white sort of supersonic jet, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll just go for the year. It doesn't matter about.
There's a couple of years we've had appeared.
Yeah, they're not right.
Tony Blackwell.
We can only go by the answer that I've been given. Michael Jackerman, not quite there. It was 19 something. There we are. There's the winner. James Chapman, 1965.
Hey.
1965 was the date that the cancellation of the TSR2 was announced. They've got the model, not the model. They've got the real thing in the Cosford, RAF Cosford. It's in the museum down there. That's it.
I do like that we're getting lots of different answers, though. It doesn't mean that if we all had the one answer, it was probably the right one. But if they're all different, then it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So that's what Joanna and who did I say? James Chapman. James, as usual, I don't keep your names and addresses just so I don't get mixed up with everything. Just drop us an email to ted@emodels.co.uk and I'll get your special collector's sticker sent out to you.
Basically, he was writing out a shopping list and he kind of wrote over the back of the sticker by accident, so it's got
a
pound of tomatoes.
Yeah, you've got a shopping list written on the back of there. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, you actually packed in box number 2. So that's it.
Quality control.
Oh, right. We can do some mugs now.
John Bennett says Cosford and Duxford, Ted.
Cosford and Duxford. That's, yeah. Always one of each.
Joanna says, I don't want another sticker. Well, if you sign it, I might. Lol.
Oh.
So you've done it now, Ted.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've only got one. Unless Foxx signs it. Foxx or Chris signs the other one.
We can sign it in your name. That's all right.
Forge that.
My name is Ted. Damn Ducks Bobbington says pants wrong way round.
Ranks alongside the Harriers' withdrawal as politicians' worst decision.
Yeah. Remember, trousers first, then shoes.
Yeah. Michael Jackman says, don't want another mug. Got to. Well, don't answer the question then.
Yeah. Yes, when we do the mug giveaway, you're more than welcome to have more than one sticker or a mug. Joanna's got many stickers. But if you don't want a second or third or fourth or fifth one, just answer the question.
Special.
Or answer the question with a stupid answer. We don't mind them either.
Yes.
I haven't got that one yet.
No, we need a new mug. We haven't had words yet.
I haven't got that new mug yet, James.
Yeah. Mine's all old and tastes funny.
Yeah, he has got all bits in it.
Yeah, we're going to try and talk Pete into getting some character mugs. You can then choose whether you want a Ted mug, a Chris mug, or a Foxx mug.
I don't know. That's dangerous. That is. One of us is going to feel really bad.
Well, I can see us getting into like sadness moments when we say, right, which of us is more popular on the mugs?
Yeah.
Is it Ted, me, or Chris? Who gets the most mugs?
We haven't sold any Chris mugs at all. How do we tell him?
I ordered 200 Chris mugs. I've still got them.
Yeah. Just had an order in for 500 of them. I think that was from Chris.
Chris, that shelf behind you is suddenly full of mugs.
Right. Right.
We're going to give
away. Are you going to want a question? Do you want a question out of my list?
Yeah. What do you want? Another sticker or a mug?
We'll do a mug, shall we?
Let's do a mug.
And mug.
Remember, wait till Ted says go. It's the first answer we get. But if you've already got a mug, you don't want another one. Just don't answer the question. But you're more than welcome to have as many mugs as you want. Right. Are you going to get the question ready, Ted?
Yeah. From Adrian David. It's a bit of a two-part question, but I'll just use part of it, Adrian. I'm just going to use part of the question about what aircraft is. All right, if that's all right. Right, are we ready to go? This is for a mug. As Foxx said, if you've got a mug and you want another mug, you're quite welcome to answer.
Yep.
And take part and have another go. If you know the answer but you don't want a mug, just keep quiet a little bit and let everybody else have a go at answering the question.
Now, we do assume they've got mugs in stock. If they haven't, you'll go onto the list, the waiting list.
Someone did say in chat earlier that they're still featured on the website, so they apparently are on.
So if they're still featured, they are there. What I used to do, when you send me your winning details, I just forward them off to the guys at eModels, and they'll get one in the post to you. Right. Okay. Question from Adrian David. Adrian David.
Craig David.
Yes. Right. His question. Right. Number 617 Squadron, RAF, are based at the Marine Corps Air Station, Beaufort, United States. What aircraft do they fly? Go. What aircraft does 617 Squadron, RAF, fly?
Space.
Yeah. I don't think we've got them here yet. No, Damn Ducks. This is not the Harrier.
F-35, F-22.
Yeah, Adam Clark.
Yoshis.
Adam Clark, F-35. It's the F-35B Lightning II. I'm sure that's the same thing as the F-35.
People are just saying F-35, so yeah, I would assume so.
F-35, yep. So, yep, there we go. Adam Clark, you're the first one out with the answer. So send me your details to ted@emodels.co.uk and I'll forward it to the guys at the store and we'll get a mug out to you. Well done there.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's it.
Well done.
Anyway, right, we're near the end. Unless you've got you
Says
guys
Ted.
out there, unless you've got any more comments or questions and things like that, it's roundup time. Last orders, please.
Ding, 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 ding. Get your orders in, lads.
Last orders. Come on, we're drinking up now, please.
All right, drinking up time.
Uh,
Right, should we do last week's competition?
Yeah, who won what?
Do what?
Who won what?
Who won what? Well, there's a person that won a thing, and then thanks for coming by.
Yay!
I shall lock it back on me then.
yeah.
And I shall do the sherry.
Sherry.
Hang on. Right, do the sherry if I can press the right button. This fly is going right past my face every time. Now it knows I can see it. Right, so if you remember last week, we were giving away this little cheeky fella. The Mini Art 135th Flettner FL282V 21 Calibri helicopter. They really need to start making helicopter names not quite so lengthy and silly.
Bob the helicopter.
The I don't know. The Flettner. This we couldn't quite discover last week if it lived on a U-boat or was towed behind a U-boat or was engined or not engined. It's basically Death Trap, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, somebody did send us a picture. Somebody sent us some pictures of it, didn't they? Or it turned up on Facebook somewhere that it actually has its own method of control. So it could be.
Well, it seems to have an engine in there, so
You could actually fly it. It did have a method of control, so you could fly it to where you wanted. It wasn't just towed.
yeah. Well, it seems to have an engine in there and a fuel tank and stuff. So maybe this wasn't the towed version.
Dan Docs Bobbington says, "Oops, forgot to enter."
No,
Yeah,
not like
you
a whole week.
enter and you don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. These people that have a whole week to write one comment and never do. Anyway, yes. So we asked you to. I can't remember what the comment was now, but we had to. I think it was to make the noise of it, but there may have been an Italian bent to it. I'm not sure.
I think there was something about. No, I don't remember.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, we did the random draw. We got the random comment picker to pick the comment randomly from the random comment picker. And the winner was Zadster, who put, "It goes a chopper, chopper, chopper." I can't remember what the context of it was.
Yeah, that was it. It was the noise of Leonardo's helicopter.
That's it.
Yeah, Michael Jackman just said giveaway changed. It was Da Vinci's non-flyer thing.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, maybe we give away the wrong thing.
Okay. Well, we had to kind of dredge it from my memory because Ted wasn't here.
Yeah,
it may then be the Da Vinci's flyer in that case that we're giving away.
Yeah, it was a Da Vinci flyer.
Was it? Oh, my apologies.
I know we're talking about this, but I don't. It might not be what we were giving away.
I've got to try and find that now. No, it's there somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll find it. Don't worry. If it should be able to
You've won something. Congratulations.
Yeah, you want something.
if Da Vinci flyer should be out of stock, we'll send you the Flettner instead. So all you need to do is send Ted an email, ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, address, your phone number for the delivery guy. For these, we need a phone number, please, as well. And please put in there what you think you won, because we can't remember.
People are saying it was the Da Vinci helicopter thing.
Yeah.
So,
It's good to see it's not just me that forgets things.
No,
Yes.
well,
The thing is, you had it written down. We had to go.
Forgot to come along on time, so that's
Yeah, because you have it written down. We were like, hang on, what was last week's giveaway? Oh. Yeah, so just put down what you want. It should be the Da Vinci Fly, but if that's not in stock or anything like that, if it's sold out, we'll just do the Flettner instead.
Yeah. As always, if we usually pick, we usually pick a giveaway prize just off the website, and if it's not in stock, unfortunately, if by the time we've showed it, some people think, "Oh, I wouldn't mind one of them," so they go and buy it, and then it goes out of stock. But what we will endeavour to do, or the guys will invent in.
oh broke.
Yeah, so
You broke then, Ted.
He's back. He's
What
moved
they'll
again.
endeavour to do is what, Ted?
what?
You broke on us.
Yeah.
What will they endeavour to do?
I can't remember what did I say.
Send you something of equivalent something probably.
Yeah, that's it. If whatever we're giving away goes out of stock, the guys at eModels will endeavour to send you something of equal or better value. So you'll never be out of winnings. You'll always get a kit that'll come through.
Yeah. If you won like a motorbike, they wouldn't send you like a Scooby-Doo van, but they'd have
Well, they might.
show some comment. They might do, but they'd show some common sense to it.
Yeah, we'll sort you something out.
Yeah, we'll sort you some of that. So well done, Zasta. Send a mail to Ted, name, address, and phone number, please.
Yeah, and if you do get the chance, if anybody out there wins a prize, a sticker, a mug, a kit giveaway, or anything like that, send us a picture, and we'll put it on the Facebook site, and we can all share in your glory.
Yeah.
So that's it. Good.
Right. Should we do this week's giveaway?
Oh, we've got a giveaway this week.
Right, someone should write down what we're giving away.
Yeah. Oh, I know what we're giving away. You're not going to forget this one, because this may well be the dumbest thing we've ever given away. Dumb as in adorably dumb. I need to press the button again now, didn't I? Because I unpressed the button, didn't I? Right. Hang on.
Sansa said he's going to do his best to take pics in a mini unboxing video. Why not?
Yeah. So you can let us know what it is you actually won.
Yeah, I've won this. Thanks, guys.
That's what I got. Thanks, guys. Oh, it was a Scooby. Okay, cool. Right, I'll do the screen share again because I'm a bit rubbish. So what we're giving away this week is... Oh, I minimized it. Yeah. What we're giving away this week, in line with our being completely nuts this week, is we're giving away the Carrera Super Mario Flying Cape Mario.
Oh, yes. Hours of fun.
It's a me, Mario.
Hey, Mario. Yeah.
Because I saw that Yoshi and then we were laughing about it and Chris was like, have they got a Mario as well? I went, oh, you're damn right they've got a Mario. Oh, yeah, we're giving that away. So a bit silly, nothing to build and paint this week, just something a bit silly. So if you've always wanted a flying Mario, because frankly, who hasn't, you can grab yourself this flying Mario.
Yeah.
It's a remote control helicopter that happens to have Mario stuck on the bottom of it. And
you get the missus a flying frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Race around the room.
Bzz, there you go. And plus, you could probably get something. You could probably get a cup of tea on his back there if it was big enough, because he's kind of arched, isn't he? Your entertainment and tea delivery system. Okay. So yes, so we're going to give this away. So all you need to do is when this show is finished, and it just becomes a video on the eModels YouTube page. Give it about 20 minutes, half an hour after the stream is finished for it to go through. All you need to do to win this next Monday is put a comment on that video, and I shall let one of you two come up with what they need to put.
Well, it's got to be a Mario quote, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
the only thing I can think is, it's a me, Mario. I can't think of anything else he says.
Yeah.
He says other things, I'm sure, but yeah, something Mario related.
Yeah, a Super Mario quote of your choice.
Yeah.
Whether it be genuine or made up.
And don't forget to enter.
Yes, don't forget to enter certain individuals.
Yeah, it's no good thinking up. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll enter that, and then you switch your computer off and you forget about it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, remember, it's free stuff. It's silly free stuff, but it's free stuff.
Yeah.
So just wait till this stream's become a video, and it's about 10 minutes after it finishes. Put a comment on there, your favorite Mario quote, a Mario quote, or just type Mario, or it's a me, Mario. I can't
make something up.
Yep. Or just type anything.
Or something plumbing related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, plumbing quotes.
Yeah, plumbing quotes. Something like...
Yeah, 250 quid for that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris, how do you spell...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Yeah.
The extension for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just put your silly comment on there, and we'll give this away next Monday. Okay. Although I think when we finish, Ted, you probably should actually mail the guys at eModels and ask them to keep one of these behind, because it's not like we can put something else in there if they haven't got any of these left.
It might be a Yoshi.
I think we might have sold those by now. So you might be worth dropping them a mail and saying, "Hey, can you put one of these to the side for a reason? Thanks."
Yeah. We'll give you one of these away. Oh no.
Yeah, we didn't have any of these left, mate, so we sent you a Volkswagen Scooby-Doo van instead. So there you go. That's this week's giveaway prize. Thoroughly silly, thoroughly not grown up, and you know what? Why not?
Why not? It's because we're fun.
And that wasn't locked on me, was I? Throughout all of that,
I don't know. You're talking a lot. Speedy Q8 says a Mario quote like, "It's good to talk" in a Cockney accent.
It's good to. I get that. Spicy meatballs. There you go. There's one. I know that's not what he says.
Damn Ducks Bobbington says, "Nah, I can't fix that, mate. Finish is done for."
Yeah. Regarding Zadsta's prize, Spiddy says, "I'd love to see what's in the box." Yes, so would we, because we can't remember.
I'd like to see what's on the outside of the box as well.
Yeah. James Chapman says, "Hey, Mario, where's a Luigi gone?"
I want to go and watch the Super Mario movie now.
You don't, trust me. It's much better if you watch something good like Battlefield Earth. You know.
What are you going to get? Are you going to get the old games console out and have a go at Super Mario?
No, I watched the film. Bob Hoskins.
It's a terrible film.
It's really, really bad. Yeah,
it's not as bad as Battlefield Earth, but it's
nothing's quite that bad.
Nah, I've actually watched Battlefield Earth.
I had a headache from watching Battlefield Earth because I had to have my head like that all the time because all the shots are slightly at an angle,
and you're like,
it's really annoying.
But yeah, and you have to for 2 hours. You have to maintain this face of.
I really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed the book. It was great. And then the film just,
You know that Jackie Chan meme where he's like that? That was me for 2 hours watching the movie. I'm just sat there going, because it's the worst film ever.
Oh, right. It's about time we wrapped up, I think. Or I need to go and pack some more boxes.
No. Box packing.
That's time. It's time again. Yeah. So there's one more show left. It's bank holiday next week, isn't it?
It is indeed another one. Yeah.
That doesn't stop us because Ted decided it doesn't stop us.
I'm working as well. So, yes.
Oh, you're working as well.
Working the bank holiday.
Day off, Ted.
Double. Yes. Right.
We never sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't get any sleep.
Anyway, you're in charge.
I got like 2 hours sleep.
You're in charge tonight. You should be doing the wrap up.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to? Oh.
Bye, everybody. That's it.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Are we done then? Are we done? Are we?
Yeah. Where's the off button?
It's 2 hours in.
Ted's decided we're going to go home now. Ted's got to get back in his box where the gin is.
Yeah, I'm checking my camera.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Don't forget, we will be here next Monday, I suspect, because even though it's bank holiday, we never sleep. Like we said, we never get a day off. We get paid.
Yeah, I'm sure they said something about post and checks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, well, thank you for joining us. Do not join us again next week. I don't really know what Ted says when he does wrap up. I never pay attention. I'm not doing the talking. I don't really listen.
Nobody does.
Don't forget to go along to eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. They are the fine creators of this show to whom we are beholden. But I'm trying to think of something to say now.
Don't forget to enter the competition.
I've not really got prepared for the fact. Say again.
Don't forget to enter the competition once it's finished.
Yes,
comment on the screen.
Competition, certain individuals.
Yeah. Well, Fox, all you have to do is say good night, folks, and wave. Good night.
Good night from me. Good night from him. And
good night.
And get better, Alan's Iron Fester.
Turn off now and waving.
I'm going to press the button. I can't find the button. There it is.